I'm Chris Jakimick, and I live in Las Vegas, Nevada. Throughout my military career, I spent the bulk of my career out in Las Vegas. It was the first job I had as I was protecting some sensitive resources out there at Nellis. I would deploy to Kuwait early on in my military career with a larger weaponry system to support Operation Southern Watch. And then from 2003 to 2006, I was part of the emerging drone mission for the United States Air Force and Department of Defense. We were fighting the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan from our backyard. You'd be in war for 12 hours of your shift, and then you'd drive home to your apartment here in Nevada. So psychologically, it was very odd. Like, you felt you were in the combat zone every day because you were seeing it on the screens and it was that important, but I don't know what it did to the human psyche at the time. Some things would kind of happen in my personal life after that would change a lot. When Adam joined the Marine Corps, it was a natural fit. Anybody who joins the military, especially after 9/11 happened, you're looking for that purpose. I think that's why he made the choice. It's like, let me go be a Marine. He was in between Fallujah and Ramadi during the heaviest parts of the fighting of the Iraq conflict. I mean, you hear guys like Jocko and everything talk about like the triangle of death. My brother was dead set in the middle of the triangle of death with a Marine unit. I think it changed him. Like, you look at everything across history, you read any of the books out there, war changes anybody that's been involved with it. Trauma or mass events like that changes anybody, and it really changed my brother. And I get that call. I get the text, actually, from my stepmom. I was like, I need you to call me as soon as possible. Something's wrong with Adam. All right. Didn't think anything of it. And I'm about to pull off the highway to go celebrate and have some pizza with my classmates, and she's like, Adam's dead. Adam's dead. He had died by suicide that day, 25th of July, 2017. And it changed my world forever.
I think that was the first time I saw or heard someone broken through the phone. There was a time where I was concerned that he wasn't going to make it. There were times I thought, we're going to have to camp out outside of his house, or we might get that phone call. Are we ready for that phone call?
I couldn't catch a break. A fellow first sergeant I served with, he had died by suicide. On the day of my buddy's funeral, I'm going through social media, and I see this, what appears to be a manifesto from one of my old airmen. My first thought was like, today's not going to be a good day. And sadly, my hunch was right. He had killed his own family and taken his own life on the day of my buddy's funeral. It was just compounding trauma after trauma after trauma. I cracked. I fell hard with alcohol. That was rock bottom. I first heard about Mission 22 just by like surfing the internet and looking on there and seeing some of the programs that they had available. I was like, something seems right about this. To be in a program like the R&R program with them and the innovative things that they're putting together, I have not seen in any other veteran nonprofit. It's putting all this stuff together to heal in the most effective way possible. They're making you do a lot of the hard work through reading, through audiobooks, through physical fitness, through nutrition, open discussion, critical thinking, neuroplasticity and cognitive feedback to where you're developing the brain more. It's given me a chance to regain my life. Cycling's been a big part of my recovery. Is around the time I retired a little over a year ago, I set forth, was like, let me set this goal to ride 2,020 miles in 2020 for another veteran nonprofit that supports Gold Star families and those lost either to accident or to suicide. Every time I got on that bike, I was like, you know what? There's a name, there's a dash that I'm gonna honor today. Not the dates on the gravestone. Is like, I'm gonna honor that life. So it gave me purpose. And it just became like a release for me to where the pedals would spin and I would get out of my head for a little bit. physically I was starting to feel better. I could see the improvements, and I've tracked my data over the past year, and it's phenomenal on the growth that I've had on a bike.
He's just on a mission and is relentless about it. You know, every day he pushes it. From the loss of his brother and a number of different trauma that he had gone through in his life, it was absolutely critical for him to find something that he could sink his teeth into. I think he's taken the ball and run with it with Mission 22, especially the R&R, the recovery and resilience part. I think it makes him stronger in the person that he is today.
I don't know why I fell on the bike. It was just like, okay, it called to me, and then I kept going. So you know that scene from Forrest Gump where he just starts running one day and it ends up in Monument Valley in Utah? He's like, I'm tired, I think I'll go home now. I'm not tired yet. I'm not ready to throw the towel in like Forrest Gump did. I'm getting on that bike and I'm keeping on going because there's something about it. There's something about just getting out in nature, having that breeze in your face and seeing some of the beautiful landscape here in Las Vegas where it takes you away from the stressors and the challenges of the world for a little bit. And you can just appreciate the beauty that is out there and be in the moment. And then it got serious because the Air Force enrolled me in the Air Force Wounded Warrior program and it got transformed into lo and behold training. If I do this well, maybe I can go represent the Air Force. Maybe my grief and everything in my entire story can come to fruition because I can put the energy into something positive. If I made the team, I'd just be overwhelmed with emotion. I suffered a lot of my trauma because of my military service, but at the end, it's like, I gotta be grateful that I'm allowed to compete in this because there are others who didn't make it home or lost the war at home that's what it's about.
Oh my gosh, everybody. I am so excited. My heart's pumping. My hands are sweaty. Please welcome our very own Director of the Air Force Wounded Warrior Program, Colonel Rich Obert. Over to you, sir.
Welcome, warriors and athletes. Today we're going to announce the 2021 Air Force Team for Warrior Games. The selection was difficult as there were many hardworking and deserving individuals, and the work and dedication was apparent by all. I know the suspense is killing you, so I'll turn it back over to Marcia. Good luck to each of you. Back to you, Marcia.
All right, thank you, sir.
Starting us out from Air Education and Training Command, Major Daniel, Lieutenant Dan Cariña.
Yes, yes, yes. Air Combat Command, out of Texas, Master Sergeant Nicole Nikki Favuza.
From Valdosta, Georgia, Technical Sergeant retired Antonio Del Vecchio.
From East Liberty, Ohio, Airman retired Pete Murphy.
Technical Sergeant retired Margie Hinkle.
And coming up next, former pole vaulter, that is very similar to Blaze Velarde, coming to you from Las Vegas, Nevada, Master Sergeant retired Chris Jacksomek.
Warrior Games competitor back on the team, Staff Sergeant retired Joseph Alex Pate.
Whew.
What? He did
All right.
big things back in the day. He's gonna do big things. Coming to you from St. Henry.
Wow. We look at Mission 22 and we see all the shirts, we see all the flags out there. I don't think enough of the people understand how big the programs actually are and how that is actually in there. And like, I'm a benefactor from the donations of these private donors that are there to allow me to live life, to improve life for not only myself, but for friends, for fellow veterans, for my children, for my girlfriend, for my family, is to be that, to say, you know what? We can keep going at the end of the day. We can keep going no matter how hard it gets. No matter how difficult life becomes, we can keep going.
We have this value in the Air Force, this belief, a wingman concept. We're going to take care of each other. We've got each other. And it gives us hope, right? And so if you have been knocked down, I say this a lot, by the baseball bat of life, right? You're on the ground. If you know that someone's got you, it's got your six, no matter what, that's going to help you get back up again. And that's part of Mission 22, I think, for him. That connection, that human connection, that's what's going to save us. Yeah, that's what saved him. He can be a light in darkness. No matter how dark that spiral is, to know that someone got back up again and navigated their way out, that they can get through it too, that they are not alone. Not for one moment of one day. That's what he could be. He could be a beacon of light.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is Friday night. That means we are back with Friday Night Lights, brought to you by Gears Unlimited. This has got your Six Racing Network. As always, we are racing for awareness of veterans issues. We will play promo videos throughout the night of organizations out there doing great things for veterans. So support them if you can. If you can't, a veteran out there you haven't heard from in a while, reach out, let them know you appreciate their service to our country. We are getting ready to call the cars off the track and get Week 8 underway. All drivers, clear the track. All drivers, clear the track, please. We will have a driver's meeting followed by qualifying. All right, drivers, welcome to Week 8. Go over some rules here real quick. If you finish in a podium position, you don't show up for the photo or the interview in Discord, you will get an EOL next week. Bring out 2 cautions in any race, be it a feature or a heat. You will be DQ'd from that division for the night. 40 car, clear the track, please. 40 car, clear the track. Intentional contact will not be tolerated. It will get you a suspension. The length of the suspension depends on the severity of the intentional contact. We do live admin. 40 car, you got 10 seconds. You will be removed from the server for the night, sir. 40 car, exit the track, please. We do live admin. Sometimes we miss things. We do have a protest process that we follow. If you think you were done wrong and we missed it, please send me a private message in Discord. We will review the incident throughout the week, and if a penalty is warranted, we'll give it next week. Stay off the wall. Of course, that's kind of not that difficult here at Volusia. Call-outs on the radio, on social media, on race comms, absolutely not tolerated at any time. We ask a driver, if you have a problem with another driver, that you take a moment to cool down before you send a message or call them out on the race comms or the radio. If it happens to be a call out that is deemed excessive, you will be suspended from the league. Blinking. First time you'll be given a warning once you blink. Second time you'll be given an EOL. Third time you'll be asked to park it for the night. Incident points count against your overall points for the night. You guys know that. Once the caution comes out, the field is frozen. Please, off the gas. Slow down. Don't stay on the throttle. The only thing you're going to do is hurt your car or somebody else's. The last couple weeks, restarts have been on the leader. That seems to be working well. That's due to driver input. So we're going to keep that process. All starts will be on leader. Any questions, comments, or concerns? Now would be the time. None heard. We got 10 drivers currently qualified for the Week 13 Dash for Cash. So we still have some spots up for grabs. Again, the rules: you must race in at least 6 weeks of the season. Feature winners get an automatic invite. sponsors get a provisional, and then we'll fill it out. Combined points between 358s, limited late models, and sprint cars. Highest points fill the field to minimum of 20 drivers. So I wish you all the best of luck. Let's go qualifying. Put on a good show. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. There was the drivers' meeting. We're getting ready to go qualifying here at Volusia on week 8. This is the Tight Lines Apparel Quick Time Qualifying. Fastest qualifier does get a $10 bonus that's added to their account, paid in week 13. Have a passion for the great outdoors and fishing? Tight Lines Apparel has all your fishing apparel needs for the whole family, from women's to men's and youth sizes. Family owned and operated, Tight Lines Apparel has a passion for the outdoors. Everything is custom made to order, from tees to hoodies. Tight Lines Apparel is your one-stop shop for all your fishing apparel needs. Act now and use code SIMRACERSHIP for free shipping on your order. That's SIMRACERSHIP for free shipping. Be sure to give them a like and follow on Facebook and Instagram, and get the whole family set up with Tight Lines Apparel. Keep it tight with Tight Lines Apparel. Out on the track, the 518 of Joseph Grandy is currently on the track in the 518. Clayton, welcome back. It's Friday night, my brother. Clayton, as always, joining me in the booth. What are you looking for tonight?
Yeah, sorry, I'm a little behind there. Had a little bit of an emergency, but really, I love Volusia. That middle line's gonna slick away fairly fast. We saw it just a couple weeks ago with Outlaw. It'll go away really quick, and you can make up a ton of speed on the bottom when everybody goes to the top. Everybody likes to go run up there just as kind of like a fail-safe, keep the car clean up there, but you can run the bottom here and be very quick. But that inside wall is very treacherous, especially with an open fender car like these modifieds are. All it'll take is a little bit of a bump. It can straighten that car out, turn it dead sideways. It can do either one and cause for a pretty gnarly wreck. So these guys got to be mindful of that.
We do have a full field for tonight. Currently, Michael Carter at the top of the board, your current points leader, 16,979 for the 15 car. That bumps the 12 car of Caden Berry down to P2, 17,066 for the 12 car. Anthony Vitale Jr., driver out of New York, out on track. Coming for his first timed lap, second timed lap, I guess. 17,299 is best. Good enough for 12th quick. Matthew Seymour in the 03, 17,472. Good enough for 19th quick for Seymour. Scott Scheuer, the driver, this is his home track in that 57 machine. Currently 15th quick, 17,256 for the 57. Second lap a little slower. Justin Sick out on track, currently 9th quick, 17,161. And that will be his best lap. Jax Jan shuts it down, 17,122 in the 024 machine. Jax Jan was the quickest in warm-ups. Michael Carter still at the top of the board. Jordan LaFawn moves up to P2, 17,037 for LaFawn. Heat one to the grid, please. So Michael Carter takes home the Tight Lines Apparel Quick Time Award. Michael Carter, Anthony Marvulio on the front row, Cox Sick in row 2, Ingram Scheuer in 3, Sanders and Dino in row number 4. All right, drivers, congratulations to the 15 car, Michael Carter, with the Tight Lines Apparel Quick Time Award. As you guys know, we got 8 laps to get this done. Leader, going to ask you to stay pretty tight to the pace truck. Everyone else, once you get the 1 to go, tighten it up. Half car length between yourself, the car in front of you. The start is on the leader. 8 laps to get it done. Top 4 heading directly to the feature. Race hard. Race clean. Good luck. Michael Carter puts it on the pole. Anthony Marvulio to his outside. Clayton, I didn't expect to see that. Good run by the 238.
Yeah, we know he's got a lot of talent anywhere on the bottom. Volusia's really bottom dominant track early. until it slicks off. Maybe that 238 just found some early speed, hoping that he can keep it up for the rest of the night.
Carter gets out to a pretty good lead. Marjulio in the 238. He pulls up into P2. Chris Cox in the 515 was taking a peek down low. He's got the 15 of Justin Sick to his outside. Couple cars trapped down low. That's the 515 of Chris Cox and the 10 car of Donald Ingram. Former Navy member in that 10 car. I'd like to thank Donald for his service to our country in the Navy. Up front, Michael Carter. He's about to have some company. He slid up 238, going right with that 15 car. Marjulio, as you mentioned, on the bottom, pulls up alongside the 15 car. Justin Sick in the 015, riding in third position. As these two battle it out, at the line it is Carter. On lap 4 of 8, 238 finding the bottom as he always does. Driver out of New Hampshire in that 238. Chris Cox back to P4. Top two side by side. We're going to go 3 wide. Thought better of it, thank goodness. That wasn't going to work. Marjulio changes his line, decides to go up high. Does not get the same run off the little higher line there.
Yeah, he missed the bottom last time around here in 3 and 4. Now sticking to the top. I don't think that's where you want to be, especially in a heat race. Why not take advantage of the track position and try to get around that 15? Michael Carter running the bottom very good right now, though. It's going to be hard for that 238 to get around him. But we'll see here coming to 2 to go.
We're on board with the 238 as he tries to get around that 15 car. That is a tall task. Scott Scheuer running in P5. Back with Donald Ingram. Reed Sanders with us in that 4 machine. And Dino in the 320. 1 to go. Carter takes the white flag in the 15. Anthony Marjulio running P2. Justin Sick P3. Will Chris Cox make a move here on the last lap? 15 car, 015, stays down low. Coming off at turn 4, Michael Carter will take the heat win, followed by Marjulio, Sick, and Cox. Kind of hard to get a breath in here. Heat 2 to the grid. Heat 2 to the grid, please. Jordan LaFawn, Jax Yan on the front row. Grandy and Christofferson in row 2. Trevor Schroeder, brand new to Friday Night Lights. Anthony Vitale Jr. in row number 3. James Ingram, Matt Seymour round out your field of 8 drivers. All right, leader, going to ask you to stay 1.5 car length behind the pace truck, please, sir. Everybody else, once you get the 1 to go, tighten it up. Half car length between yourself, the car in front of you. The start is on the leader. Everyone else, do not jump the start. Do not pass before the start finish line. You got 8 laps to get it done. Top 4 heading to the feature. Race hard, race clean, good luck. I think everyone's headed to the feature tonight. We haven't had that in a while. See Grandma Pete out in the audience. Ma'am, welcome back. Greatly appreciate you tuning in to watch Jordan each and every week here. Look forward to seeing all the fans out there. Jordan LaFawn will roll off on the front row. He's got a very fast 024 on his outside. That is the youngster, Jax Yan. 518 behind. This field is stacked. Pace truck is off, as is Jordan LaFawn. Jax Yan goes with the 11 car. LaFawn will stay down low. Jax Yan running just above the slick. 518 of Joseph Grandy down low. Jax Jans gets shuffled out on the high side. Clay Christofferson makes contact. These guys are digging. 21 of Anthony Vitale Jr. Michael Seymour back in the 03, battling it out. James Ingram in the 40, driver out of Georgia. Jax Yan leaning on the 03. They drove away somehow. The newcomer to Friday Night Lights just this afternoon, the 019 of Trevor Schroeder, giving that 19 car a good ride, currently running in P3. Right behind him is the 51 of Clay Christofferson and Anthony Vitale Jr. in the 21 machine. Jordan LaFond up front. Got the 518 up. Joseph Grandy behind him. All week, this previous week, Coast to Coast Racing League had a big charity event going on right here at Volusia. So Grandy was right in the middle of all that. So he's got plenty of practice on Volusia this past week. Got Cale Smith's mom back in the building, man. Welcome back. It's good to see you. Hope you're not freezing to death in South Dakota. Jordan LaFond at the front of the field, starting to put a little bit of gap with 2 to go between himself and Joseph Grandy at the front of the field. Trevor Schroeder in P3 in the 019. Anthony Vitale Jr. is about to be under attack. Clay Christopherson's going to try to dive it down low. Coming off of 4. They were side by side. Up front, LaFond getting it done. Joseph Grandy in P2. Schroeder in P3. Jordan LaFond, 2 more corners to navigate. He gets through 3 clean. Coming off of 4, it's the 11 car. The driver out of Indiana for the win. LaFond, Grandy, Schroeder, Christopherson. Heat 3 to the grid. Heat 3 to the grid, please. Caden Berry, Michael Vitale on the front row. Samuel Bachman, Cale Smith in row 2. Billy Roberts, Grant Wesley in 3. Randy Shreves and Paul Thompson round out your field of 8 drivers. All right, leader. 1.5 car length behind the pace truck, please. Everybody else, once you get the 1 to go, tighten it up. Half car length between yourself, the car in front of you. Start is on the leader. Everyone else, do not jump the start. Do not pass before the start-finish line. You got 8 laps to get it done. Top 4 heading to the feature. Race hard. Race clean. Good luck. 213 car of Michael Vitale. Like to thank him for his service in the United States Air Force. He's a power production specialist. Youngster Caden Berry, the driver out of New Hampshire, drives a wing sprint car in real life, will roll off on the inside of the front row. Cale Smith in the 115, also a Navy driver. Cale out of South Dakota in that 115, part of the CTM racing crew. There he gets off to a good start. Vitale in P2. Those top 3 running a similar line. Samuel Bachman, another driver who has run all week here at Volusia in late models and sprint cars. He is currently moved up to P3. He gets up in front of the 115. Billy Roberts, Gears Unlimited owner and operator in the 99, currently running in P5. The 88 of Grant Wesley, driver out of Evansville, Indiana, is back there in P6. Randy Shreves in the 56 and Paul Thompson in the 337. Up front, Caden Berry starting to slip away from the field here. We're side by side for P2 as Bachman pulls up alongside Michael Vitale. The 115 of Cale Smith decides to go down low, Clayton.
Yeah, Cale's really going to make that bottom work. He's seeing Samuel Bachman there able to almost get around the 213 of Michael Vitale. Like I said, that bottom, he's going to clear him here on the front stretch. That bottom's where to be right now. Oh, Michael tried to pinch off the 115, a little bit of contact. Michael Vitale falls back to 4th. Teammate Billy Roberts behind him, but yeah, that bottom is where you want to be right now. If it's tacky down there, there's nowhere else you should be at Volusia. That's the ideal line right now.
12 car still out front. See the Caden Berry fan club out there. Gail, welcome back. As always, great to see you, ma'am. Rhonda is out there rooting on the 12 car. Greatly appreciated. Coming off of turn 4. 2 to go for the 12 car on the point. The 007 of Samuel Bachman in P2. The 115 of Cale Smith is currently in P3 with Michael Vitale in the 213 P4. Caden Berry is running a really solid line, getting through the corners really smooth. It'll be interesting, Clayton, once this track starts to wear out, how that will change.
Yeah, he's got the left front almost right up against the wall, running the bottom. Smooth win there for that 12 car, but yeah, like you said, when it starts to go away, it's gonna get a little hectic. These guys are, some are gonna want to still go down there because there will be a little bit, but it's gonna be mostly top running. So we'll see what these guys can do.
3 minutes of warm up, ladies and gentlemen. We will be right back with your 25 lap feature.
Our biggest thing is getting the word out, awareness of Mission 22, the struggle as it is to fight PTSD and suicide. My name is Corey Decker. I'm the state representative for Mission 22. This year's been great. We got a bunch of great guys that have gotten together and decided to create this rally. The word's getting out, and it's turned into quite an event where we can actually help a lot of veterans. It's a great event, but you really have to go and see it for yourself, and it's really one of those things that's an experience. Just going that weekend, we've seen how it changes people.
Okay.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting ready to go for your 25 lap feature. We do have a full field of 24 drivers that are going to take to the grid. Feature to the grid, please. Michael Carter LaFawn on the front row. Caden Berry, Anthony Marfulio in row 2. Grandy Bachman, Sick Schroeder, Smith Cox in row number 5. Cale Smith, already called Cale Smith. Clay Christopherson, Michael Vitale in 6. Scheuer, Jan in 7. Billy Roberts, Donald Ingram in 8. Vitale Jr. Wesley in 9. Sanders Seymour in 10. Shreves Dino in 11th. Ingram and Paul Thompson round out your field of 24 drivers. All right, leader, you know the drill. 1.5 car length behind the pace truck, please. Everybody else, once you get the one to go, tighten it up. Half car length between yourself, the car in front of you. Start is on the leader. Everyone else, do not jump the start. Do not pass before the start-finish line. You got 25 laps to get it done. Race hard, race clean, put on a great show. Good luck. Man, just looking at that line of cars, Clayton, it seemed like they went around the whole darn track there.
Yes, these guys definitely don't want, if you're towards the back, you're not going to want to see a single file restart after a couple cautions, so hopefully they can keep it clean. Still want everybody to race hard as always, but a couple people to watch for there in the back. Jax Yawn, Michael Vitale, Cale Smith, Chris Cox. Couple guys towards the back that got some speed. Billy Roberts, Scott Scheuer, Donald Ingram. Man, there is talent all throughout this field. We're going to see who can get it done here coming to the green.
Pace truck is off, as is Michael Carter. Good restart by Carter. LaFawn. Caden Berry pulls up side by side with the 11 car. Is the bottom still there? LaFawn and Berry side by side on the backstretch. 238 of Anthony Marfulio. He falls back to P4. Getting on that outside, it's Joseph Grandy takes a peek. We're going to go 3 wide. Justin Sick on the bottom with the 518 to his outside. Cale Smith in the 115. He's up 2 positions on the bottom. We definitely have 2 lanes of racing going on. It looks tight in the back. The 99 of Billy Roberts battling it out with Anthony Vitale Jr. Randy Shreves is back there. Go ahead,
Yeah,
Clayton.
that warm up really slicked the middle of the track over. It looks like the top's the place to be right now, but as we see more guys up there, it's going to wear away, and that bottom's going to make a run. It's going to run itself in really good. These drivers are going to get a lot of bite down there the more they drive. At 15, Justin Sick leading the line right now on the bottom. I wouldn't be surprised if they start climbing towards the front here in the next couple laps.
On board with the 11 of Jordan LaFawn. He did peek his nose underneath that 15. Can't quite close the deal. Sure, Michael Carter's dad, Randy Carter, is out in the audience. Randy's been with us here the last few weeks. Randy, greatly appreciated. Randy Carter, part of Randy Carter Painting out in Virginia, I believe. 15 car, Michael Carter getting it done up front. Justin Sick in the 015. He's down there with the 115. We got a lot of 15s around the front of the pack here.
Yeah, we do. And just behind him is the 51 of Clay Christofferson, who I believe, started, looks like 6th here, falling back to 10th. Hopefully Clay can get that 51 car back in line. That bottom's coming in. Michael Carter missed it. 015's fighting for the lead right here.
Justin Sick dives to the bottom. He slides up a little bit. Cale Smith holds it down on the bottom. Side by side at the line. Justin Sick, Michael Carter battling it out. Cale Smith back there in the 115. He's on the bumper of the 015. Jordan LaFawn has fallen back a couple positions in that 11 car on the high line. We're hearing that the 12 car may be having some blinking issues. I believe we are going to have a caution for the 12 car blinking.
Oh, there it is.
Looks like Donald Ingram involved. Replay tonight brought to you by the Dirt Track Bank. The 10 car Navy driver Donald Ingram on the inside of the Air Force driver. That is Michael Vitale to his outside. Oh, that's contact up front with Chris Cox in the 515.
Yeah, Cale Smith got into the wall.
Yeah, I'm trying to get back there, but I can't. Let's see, there we go. See what happened between the 515 and the 518. The 515. The 115 dove down low, and that's exactly what you talked about, Clayton. Got into that inside wall. Back into the 515, who collects the 518. Very unfortunate. We made it 11 laps, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting ready to go back to green. We will go 2 wide restart here. Jordan LaFawn moves up to P3. Justin Sick in the 015 has moved up 5 from his starting position to put that 015 machine in P2. So he will start on the outside of the 15 of Michael Carter. Lights are off on the pace truck. We are getting ready to go green once again. Looks like the back of the field still trying to catch up. Michael Carter, Justin Sick on the front row. Chris Cox able to move up. Cox is up 5 positions. He rolls off on the outside of row number 2. Good restart by Carter. Jordan LaFawn tries to dive it down low. I'm not sure there's any traction left down there, Clayton.
Yeah, there's still a line, but you have to run a very treacherous. Grant Wesley and Donald Ingram just did it there.
Up front, Michael Carter battling out with Justin Sick. Sick took a peek. As the caution comes back out once again, let's see if we can find out what happened here.
Yeah, it looked like the 0-3 just...
There is the 0-3. See if we can catch what happened.
Oh, Cale Smith passed before the stripe, too. Cale's not going to be able to have that flag cleared either. No, sir.
0-3. Gets into the back of Randy Shreves. So we're having a good battle up front. That is the 15 of Michael Carter, your current 358 modified points leader. Justin Sick in the 0-1-5. Virginia driver in the 15. And New York driver in the 0-1-5. Tonight's 358 modifieds brought to you by A&J Landscaping. So greatly appreciate everyone for tuning in, and appreciate our sponsors for sure. Lights are off on the pace truck. Michael Carter got a great start last time, was able to get up to that high line. That left the 11 of Jordan LaFawn down on the bottom. I would think that it's getting close. We're over halfway. The high line might be the quick way around. We are about to find out here as Michael Carter will bring us to the green flag. Pace truck is making its exit. Leaving the field to Michael Carter. Carter is off. Justin Sick goes with Michael Carter. The 15 and the 0-15 on that outside. The 11 car of LaFawn on the inside. Gets a little tap from the 515 of Chris Cox, Des Moines, Iowa driver. Caden Berry in the 12th car. He's up to P4 currently. Michael Carter showing the way around. As the caution comes back out, saw somebody upside down. Let's take a look.
Yeah, it looked like Billy Roberts just takes a bad net code bounce after contact there with the 21. Just barely pokes the right rear out. It wasn't going to be anything super treacherous. These guys should have just taken a small little bump, kept going, but iRacing decides to shoot the 99 about 2 feet up into the air from the front end.
Yeah, and it was on behind him. Michael Carter at the front of the field on lap 15 of 25. So we are running out of laps here. Carter, Sick, LaFawn, Berry, Cox, your top 5. On lap 15 of 25, it will be lap 16 once we go green. I can't tell if it looks like the lights are still on the pace truck, so.
Yeah, I got a couple guys on pit road here, so just letting iRacing
Lights should go off on the pace truck. We will go green next time by. We will interview your top 3 at the conclusion of this race. Don't forget, coming up next are the Pro Late models, followed by the 305 Sprint cars right back here at Volusia in sunny and warm Florida. Just your neck of the woods, Clayton.
Oh yeah, it's crazy. We're dropping into the teens tonight for a low, and I was talking to my parents a little bit ago before tonight kicked off, and they're about 85, feels like almost 90, and they're wearing shorts and flip-flops outside, so definitely warm down there right now.
Michael Carter, there's an actual race going on at Volusia this week, is there not?
Yes, there is. Speed weeks are there over the next couple weeks here in February. Oh, another caution towards the back. Looks like Reed Sanders, I believe, or the 007 of Samuel Bachman.
Let's take a look. Reed Sanders in the 04 machine. Looks like he was in good shape there. The tally dives down. Oh, the 07 just gets sideways. No place for Sanders to go at that point.
That contact off the 10 of Donald Ingram.
So we got in a little string of cautions here. Don't like when that happens, but it is a part of racing, I suppose. We will be back on the track in our real car tomorrow, Clayton. I'll have a report for you. It looks like it's going to be sunshiny tomorrow afternoon, then rain after that. So we're going to get a run in anyways. So hope to have a good report. Carter, Sick, LaFont, Barry, Cox, your top 5. We will go single file this time. Justin Sick up 5. Jax Yan in the 024. The youngster is up 8. James Ingram in the 40 machine, the driver out of Georgia. He is up, I believe, 14 positions.
That's the father, correct?
That is the father. 14 positions. James is the father of Donald and Jesse Ingram.
I was just talking to them before the race. He was looking forward to tonight. So that 40 car is definitely making some moves right now. Good to see.
Yeah, that family runs a tow truck business during race weekends in Georgia, so it's great to have them on the show. 15 car, Michael Carter is off. We are back under green. Justin Sick takes a different line. Thought he was going to try a slider from way back. Jordan LaFawn back up to P3. Here we go. Lap 17 of 25. Michael Carter. Justin Sick, and we can't quite get started here. '21 car. That is Michael Vitale Jr. Drives a real 358 mod up in Florida. Randy Shreve sliding in and just gets in the rear of the 21 machine. Around goes Michael Vitale Jr. So I think this is shaping up to be a heck of a finish here. We can get going. You got Carter, Sick, LaFawn, and Barry at the front of the field, and you can't count out the 515 of Chris Cox. So once we get rolling here to the finish, this could be something else. Leader, stay a little tighter to the pace truck, please, sir. You got the 15 of Carter, the 015 of Sick, the 11 car of LaFawn, the 12 car of Caden Barry, the 515 of Chris Cox, Jax Yan in the 024. youngster out of Pennsylvania, I believe. He moved up 8 positions. Biggest mover of the night is that 40 car of James Ingram. He's up 14 from the start. Lights should go off on the pace truck. Gail says it's 41 below in New Hampshire tonight. That is absolutely insane. I was stationed in Montana for 5 years. I think the lowest ever in wind chill was 40 below. I didn't even know, being from California, that it even could get that cold. Didn't know it was possible. Ma'am, stay warm.
No,
thank you for joining us. No wonder Caden's car was flashing. His internet's freezing up. Michael Carter on the front row. Here we go. Lap 19 of 25. Michael Carter on the high line. Looks like everybody except for Jax Yon now. Yon, he's going to pay for that as Marv Julio gets by the 24. Now Clay Christopherson looking on the high side. That was a costly move for the youngster out of Pennsylvania. Michael Carter at the front of the field. Justin Sick. Let's go on board. On lap 20 of 25. Man, I don't know. Where do you go unless you throw a slider here, Clayton? You can't just stay on the high line or you're going to finish where you're running.
Yeah, these guys are nose to tail up front, top 7 here. Well, a little bit further back, top 8, nose to tail right now. I really don't know what. I mean, a slider line, those work here at Volusia, but we're almost 4 wide towards the back, the 40 car. Keep it green. Good job, fellas. But yeah, that front pack right now is very, very tight. 2-3 to go here at the line.
Jordan LaFawn drops down low. Will the 11 car be able to find something down low? He stays even with the 15. Jordan LaFawn getting it done on the bottom side. Michael Carter on the top shelf. LaFawn down low, coming off a 4. They're side by side at the line. Jordan LaFawn on the bottom. Caden Berry following LaFawn in that 11 car. LaFawn did not get a good exit off of 2. Can he recover? Yikes, that's going to be close. LaFawn should have kept her down low. Into the wall goes Justin Sick. 1 lap to go, no caution. Michael Carter now with a big lead over Caden Berry and Jordan LaFawn. Carter coming off a turn 4 for the win. Berry, LaFawn, Christopherson, and Cox, your top 5. Top 3 start finish line, please. Top 3 start finish line. That was a race to the end. We will get a quick picture here of your top 3, and we'll get a quick interview, and then we'll get you to the Pro Late Model division. Drivers put on a whale of a show tonight. Your points leader, Michael Carter, he brings it home P1 to pad his lead a little bit over. I got to find it. My apologies. Give me one moment. There we go. Carter over Grant Wesley. Caden Berry is 3rd in points. All right, fellas, I can make that work. Don't forget to go up for your interviews. What an ending, Clayton.
Yeah, that was, don't know why I'm surprised on that throw of the right rear there. Justin Sick taken out of the race on the last lap. I wish you could throw a caution for stuff like that because, you know, it caught a lot of the field. So very, very unfortunate there for that 0-15 to Justin Sick. Jordan LaFawn brings it home P3. Top 3, man, they stayed in the top 3 all race long. 1st to 1st, 3rd to 2nd, and 2nd to 3rd. So definitely some consistent guys up front. We'll see what they can do here in the late models.
Waiting on Jordan LaFawn when he comes up. You got him, Clayton?
Yes, sir. Jordan, this is Clayton in the booth. You got me?
Yes, sir, my man. What's up?
Oh, man, that 11 out of 4, that second to last lap coming to the white flag gets a little too high up into Justin's sick there, man. Would you just catch the slick or a little too much throttle off of exit, man? What happened from your perspective?
Yeah, I hit the slick patch, and I was actually in Discord with him, and I was sitting there telling him, I'm like, dude, I don't even want to go up here for an interview. I don't deserve to finish third. But it is what it is. I'll take it. It's not the way I wanted to finish the race, but hats off to Mike. Good run to him. Took quick time, won his heat, led all the laps, man. He swept the night.
Yeah, 15 stayed up front all night long. I'm sure you put on a heck of a drive there towards the end. We saw you switching up some lines. Grandma Pete's been tuned in from what I'm hearing there from Mr. Joe on the broadcast. So always good to have supporters out there, man. Who do you got to thank on that 11 car for bringing home a podium finish?
I thank my buddy Preston. He's hanging out in the chat too, I think. My grandma as always. Guys over at House of Speed, Lawn Crafters Lawn Care, Big Bacon Media, GY6RN, you Clayton, Joe, and my buddy Drew Blaze over at Blaze Designs for painting these cars up for me.
Absolutely, man. We got late models coming up. We're gonna see you in the pro lates.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get in there and see what we can do.
All right, man. Well, best of luck to you. Hopefully, we're talking to you again soon.
Thank you, boys.
Caden Berry in the 12 car brings her home in P2. Caden, this is Joe. You got me?
Yep.
Hey, man. Good run in the 12 car. It was tight up front. You kept that 12 car up there all night, man. How was the racing up front?
It was pretty fun. It got pretty tight. Also when I started blinking because my internet, since it's so windy up here, no, it just got tighter and tighter. And, when I was blinking, like I said, it was just all over the place and bonkers. But other than that, it was really good, tight racing.
Yeah, man, you came the night third in points. Grant Wesley, I didn't bring up the overall standings, but you should have made up some ground on Wesley. I don't know if it's enough to go to P2, but man, great run by that 12 car. The Caden Berry fan club is out there, man, so it's great to see that. Great run by you. Who do you want to thank on that 12 car for the great run?
I want to thank Team Wyobi and Sean. Also want to thank the Wyobi sponsors, Cataclysm Computers, CNC Racing Designs, Speed Factory, LCJ Carpentry, and also Stingray Rock Tools Australia. Also my mom and dad, CC, the Marku family, and the Ryder family, and you and Clayton.
Yeah, man, we're going to see you in the pro late models.
Yep.
All right, man. Good luck, Caden.
Thank you.
Yep.
Bring him up here. I moved him to the wrong channel. There he is. Michael, this is Clayton in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Man, we what a dominating night for you. Qualified on the pole, win your heat race, lead all the laps in the feature. Man, how did you get it done in the 15?
had to be real smooth and try to be consistent as I could. Them guys definitely made me earn that one. Jordan drove an awesome race, and so did Justin. And they definitely showed me their nose there quite a few times, and could have did me dirty, and they didn't. And a lot of respect earned there, and I appreciate that. But yeah, man, it's a good night. Just kept running that top there, and I didn't want to go away from it because I'm not very good at the bottom here when the track slicks over. So I just stayed up there and just kept hitting my marks. Did the best I could.
Yeah, we talked about that riding the bottom sometimes here at Volusia. It's definitely faster, but you got to be careful there. Seeing some of the cars get into the wall, man. Who do you got to thank on that 15 car though for winning and dominating such a performance tonight?
I gotta thank all you guys here at Friday Night Lights, Gears Unlimited, Dirt Track Bank. I gotta thank my dad, he's watching. Hey Pop, Randy Carter Painting, CTM Motorsports, Kale Smith, Travis Anderson, and Redline Race Designs. Appreciate everybody watching. Hopefully we get to talk to you guys again here in this next one.
Yes, sir. Best of luck in the late models.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. We'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we will be with the pro late models looking for a lot of the same action that we had in that one. So until then, we'll take a quick break. We'll be right back.
My name's Nick Powers, and I'm the president and lead instructor of Warfighter Scuba. I'm a veteran of the United States Marine Corps from the years 2003 to 2007, with one combat deployment to Haditha, Iraq in 2006. Throughout my time overseas, I experienced a lot of situations that you wouldn't necessarily find yourself in the United States. IEDs, getting shot at, rocket attacks, mortar attacks, you name it, it happened. When I got out of the Marine Corps in 2007, I tried to adjust back to civilian life, and the whole time you're in, you just can't wait to get out. And when you get out, you start to realize, did you make the right decision? 9 times out of 10, most of the guys that get out, they immediately plummet into a depression cycle because you don't have that structure anymore that the military provides you. And this hit me super hard. We moved to one of the #1 top dive destinations in the entire world, and I figured I'd start getting back into scuba diving. And after our first couple dives, I realized how peaceful it was underwater and how none of my problems followed me. You're just there in the present moment. I had the idea for Warfighter Scuba, and I kind of hinted at it, and they said, "You go for it." And that's basically how Warfighter Scuba was born. So Warfighter Scuba is a nonprofit. We're a 501c3 nonprofit with the IRS. We bring combat wounded veterans down to the Caribbean to teach them scuba diving to treat their wounds. Whether their wounds are physical or mental, such as PTSD, scuba diving is a extremely therapeutic activity for mental stressors and for physical ailments. Mentally, as soon as you go underwater, your body just reacts. It's not normal. You're not meant to breathe underwater. Automatically puts you into the present moment. You have nothing but peace and calm. This ability to separate yourself from reality really allows veterans to find out what their trigger mechanism might be for their particular mental stressors. So every veteran who comes through our programs gets a 100% funded trip. Each veteran also receives a round-trip ticket from their home of record. That ticket will bring them straight into Roatan, and their entire week stay, their hotel, their meals, their snacks, everything's paid for. And so that veteran can get an entire week away from reality and completely separate from any kind of problems they might be facing at home. So each veteran receives very private and intimate training sessions when they come down to Roatan. We first start in the pool. We do some confined water skills. We'll then switch out to the open water dives. From that point on, it's not even training anymore. It's just fun. It's learning on a level that I don't think most people have experienced before. We do all the certifications for them that we can in a week at their pace, from open water to full face mask to nitrox. Every trip that we have, whether it's one veteran or 4 veterans at a time, we just have a blast. There's no bad karma. We've seen sharks, we've seen turtles. We've seen 4 eagle rays at once. Just the things that happen when we're in the water together are truly, they're just unbelievable. The dedication that these vets have now to scuba diving and to wanting to come back and to help other veterans experience what they've experienced, it hits me in the heart more than most things have ever hit me in my heart. It's truly an honor to take these heroes into the water. It's really cool to see the transformation that happens to them, from being, oh my gosh, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this. I've gone snorkeling a few times, or I'm not that good of a swimmer. And the funny thing about scuba is, none of that matters. You know, you're completely weightless in the water. You could come down and have zero experience in the water and be one of the better scuba divers out there. So as with all nonprofits, we rely solely on generous donors such as yourselves. None of these programs could exist without people who are willing to give some of their hard-earned money up to save veterans who might be struggling with everyday life and have that unfortunate thought of suicide. 100% of every dollar that's donated goes directly to the veterans. I personally, myself, I do not take any kind of money. All my time is donated. There's no salary to anybody who's on the board or any staff positions in Warfighter. Donations can be made on our website at www.warfighterscuba.org. And remember, every donation is 100% tax deductible.
The goal at any given race is, of course, to win. And CrowdStrike, AWS, and DXDT were fortunate to achieve championship-winning results in 2020. We're extremely proud to be partnering with Operation Motorsport through our racing initiatives. Their program seeks to place military veterans in various positions inside a real racing team. The experience aids in their retraining, recovery, and rehabilitation.
So my name is Chad Failing. I'm a staff sergeant retired out of the United States Army. I am with Kevin Boehm under DXDT. You're getting creative. You're getting taught to think outside of the box.
We couldn't be more proud to be affiliated with this great program. In the spirit of giving back to the community and creating meaningful opportunities, we're committed to building a diverse motorsports platform with the amazing men and women who have served our country.
Yes, that's why. So we'll just give them a quick brush and then we'll get our stuff on, and then we have like an obstacle course. And so
why I'm smiling.
You don't know why you're smiling? We always smile. Smiling's the best.
The Mission 22 Equine Program is a riding program for children of veterans. We also serve grandchildren or direct family members of veterans.
It's a lot of fun, and I've always loved horses.
We have private lessons and group lessons, but it's not just riding. You know, riding lessons, people just think that that's all it is. But we have the opportunity here to really build confidence, to lower stress levels, to give them an outlet and opportunity to spend time doing something healthy and productive. Mission 22 is really based on the foundation of the importance for family. It's why we're supporting families here. So in a time where kids' programs are being canceled left and right, school is shut down, they're not able to be around their friends, you know, being able to have an opportunity where they can just be together and let go of that stress and be around people. Again, honestly, it's just really that simple, being around people. You know, who would have thought that it was something as simple as that?
That's okay. You want to grab his reins and then I'll have you walk him forward. It's really a special thing to watch these kids come every week and build a partnership and a relationship with their horse. It lets them forget about everything that's going on in life, being able to come here, kind of shut the world out a little bit and have a really stress-free, fun environment.
There's tons of studies that have been done on lowering of cortisol levels of children, and especially with children of veterans, often growing up in a household that can be a more stressful place, to be able to have an outlet where they can be outside, fresh air, horses around them, and just growing in that confidence.
Horses are really unique. They're very intuitive to people. They're very emotionally intelligent. They're very emotional animals, very in tune to people. They have a great way of reading people as well. They can pick up on if you're feeling nervous or scared or excited. They're very reflective to how you feel. And so it's a great way to kind of check in with yourself and see how you're feeling, because they'll let you know.
When you're riding bareback, it's really important to think about keeping your thighs nice and snug.
Watch your spacing. Remember 1 to 2 horse lengths in between. Nice work. Yep, then you're going to go through the blue barrels and you can weave through them.
Before we came to Central Oregon, we were based out of Portland. So we were renting an office in the city, we were having to pay to board horses, and it was getting to be exceptionally expensive. And so what it came down to was an opportunity to have a facility that we could grow programs out, that we could have the equine program on our own property that, you know, we can continue to operate during a time that nobody really knew kind of what was happening next. And so having our own facility gave us the freedom to continue serving the families that we care about.
It's so fun to see parents come and talk to each other, and being able to kind of share stories, watch their kids together is a really neat thing. Talk about just life in general, having a place to come and to really connect with people.
I really like riding the horse because it's the best thing ever, and it's so exciting.
By supporting families of veterans on this property through the equine program, it really gives us the opportunity to show that importance. So we're not just supporting their kids, but we're supporting their families. They're having a community here, and building that strong family foundation builds a strong veteran. And that is something that we very much believe in, is supporting the family, supporting the veteran, and that cohesiveness together.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's about time to get started. We will call the drivers off the track and get the show underway in the Pro Late Models at Volusia. All drivers clear the track. All drivers clear the track, please. All right, drivers, welcome to week 8 at Volusia. The Pro Late Models brought to you by Sanders Racing. Go over the rules real quick. If you finish on a podium position, you don't show up for the photo or the interview, you get an EOL next week. Bring out 2 cautions. In any race, it is a DQ. Intentional contact will never be tolerated and will absolutely lead to a suspension. Protest. If we missed something that you think we should have caught, please send me a personal message in Discord, and we will look at it throughout the week and impose the penalty on next week. Don't have to worry about wall riding. Call-outs, absolutely not acceptable at any time. Keep all negative contacts to the staff, to other drivers, to whatever. Keep them to yourself. I ask that you exit, calm down a little bit before you send a message. Blinking. First time you will get a warning. Second time you will get an EOL. Third time you'll be asked to park it for the night. Incident points count against your overall points that you are awarded for the night. That can make a difference. Ask the 11 car of Jordan LaFawn, who missed out on the dash for cash on incident points. It can make a difference. So keep it clean out there. Slow for cautions. Once a caution comes out, the field is frozen. You're not going to improve your position by racing hard after a caution comes out. Off the throttle, slow down. The only thing you're going to do is ruin your car or somebody else's. And all starts, again, are on the leader. Any questions, comments, and concerns? Now would be the time. All right, drivers, none heard. The 358's put on a great show, looking for much of the same. I see the 79 car on pit road. He made it through the snowstorm there, so I think we're good to go. We'll advance and get ready to go qualifying. I wish you all the best of luck. So, different car. Clayton here, but I think the racing will probably be very similar.
Oh yeah, most definitely. These late models are gonna put on quite a show. These cars in the real world, 604, 608 crate lates are one of the hometown favorites. So I'm definitely excited to see what these pro late models can do. I don't quite know about the bottom here with a late model as much as I do a modified, but I'm sure somebody here will prove me right or wrong, however you may take it, and show that the bottom might be the place to go. I'm not 100%, but one thing's for sure, we're going to find out.
Yes, sir. And CTM Motorsports is the Quick Time Award sponsor for tonight. Quick Time driver will get $10 each week to their account, and we will pay that out on week 13 during the Dash for Cash. The 515 of Cale Smith is out on the track. Jordan LaFawn in the 11 car puts it on the pole. 15.846 for LaFawn. Oregon driver Jeffrey Kemper, 15.938, good enough for 8th quick. Chase Dino wraps it up, 14th quick, 15th quick, 16.343. Brandon Wright in the 22, 16.425, 18th quick for Brandon Wright. Kurt Schatzer, my teammate out on the track, dirt track bank number 18, 15.874, coming for his second lap. Michael Carter puts the 15 car back at the top of the board, 15.834 for the Randy Carter painting number 15 machine. A little bit slower on his second lap, but currently he's going to collect his own money. They donated all the funds for the Quick Time Award, and he has won most of it back. Chris Cox out on track in the 515, the driver out of Des Moines, Iowa. Coming off a turn 4 for his first lap. What can the 515 do? 15th quick, 15.954 for Chris Cox. Jordan LaFawn, 15.846 for the Indiana driver, puts him in P2. Let's go back with Chris Cox. A little bit slower. 15.954 is going to be his best time. Anthony Vitale Jr., my apologies, in the 21, driver out of New York. On the bottom side, we will have another full field. Coming off a turn 4, Anthony Vitale Jr. at the line, 18th quick, 16.034. Justin Sick just saw a message that his headset, his VR may have crashed. Heat 1 to the grid. Heat 1 to the grid, please. Michael Carter, Brett Carlton on the front row. Jason Hines, Donald Ingerman, row 2. Dean Reynolds, Caden Berry in 3. Shreves and Sick in row number 4. All right, drivers, congratulations to that 15 car of Michael Carter for the CTM Motorsports Quick Time Award, getting a little bit of his cash back. Leader, going to ask you to be 1.5 car length behind the pace truck, please. Everybody else, once you get the 1 to go, tighten it up. Half car length between yourself, the car in front of you. The start is on the leader. Everyone else, do not jump the start. Do not pass before the start finish line. Top 4, well, everybody heading to the feature tonight, but top 4 heading to the feature. Race hard, race clean. Good luck. Like to thank Reed Sanders for sponsoring your Pro Late Model division. Those of you out there that follow us on Facebook and Discord know that we put out a notice that this may be our last season here at Gears Unlimited Friday Night Lights. However, Clayton Hack and I have been working on something that we may be able to come up with a plan. So we'll just leave it at that. Stay tuned. Watch our Facebook page and our Discord, and you'll get all the details. But we may just be not quite done yet. 15 car of Justin Sick, the 015, and Randy Shreves. Replays brought to you by the Dirt Track Bank. Oh, the 10 car gets into the 79 of Dean Reynolds.
Yeah, I think he just thought he was clear there. Just thought he was clear and come down across Dean Reynolds' nose, and definitely was not. Back of that 10 car is pretty banged up. Man, even in a heat race, we saw it in the modifieds. Nobody can pass. Track position matters. Man, if I was Donald right there, I would have swung down pit road, taken the fast repair. They reset when the feature comes, so it's not like you're going to use one for the night. I would have got that 10 car patched up. That rear wing looks pretty dangerous right now.
Yes, it does. Michael Carter still at the front of the field. And guess what? We made it to lap 2.
Oh,
Michael
boy.
Carter on the restart pulls up in front of Brett Carlton. Carlton in the 221. He goes right with Michael Carter. Dean Reynolds, after battling the snowstorm out east, is battling it out with Canadian driver Jason Haynes in the 66. Michael Carter pulling away from the field. Carlton P2, Dean Reynolds, Jason Haynes, Randy Shreves, Caden Berry, Donald Ingram. We are nose to tail at Volusia. Justin Sick just decided not to come back on the track. Randy Carter painting number 15, starting to pull away from the field. .221 of Brett Carlton in P2. Dean Reynolds battling it out in P3, rushed home from the airport actually this afternoon. He was supposed to be out of town, rushed home from the airport to get in the race tonight, actually messaged me, asked me to hold the race. Well, we couldn't do that, even though he is the director of the Super Dirt Car Series, but here he is, and glad to see him in the race. Mr. Reynolds, thank you very much.
Yeah, that's commitment if I've ever seen it right there.
Michael Carter at the front of the field. Brett Carlton now. Where did the 221 come from? He's on the rear bumper of the 15. We have one to go here at Volusia in heat number 1. Michael Carter, 2 more corners to navigate in the 15 car. Carlton pulls up close. Cannot get it done. It will be Carter. Carlton, Reynolds, and Shreves. We had a mess at the end, but that is how they finished. Heat 2 to the grid. Heat 2 to the grid, please. Jordan LaFawn, Grant Wesley on the front row. Scott Schroyer, Jeff Kemper in row 2. Michael Vitale, James Ingram in row number 3. Jace Dino and David Tormachi in row number 4. All right, leader, you know the drill. All right, leader, you know the drill. 1.5 car length behind the pace truck, please. Everybody else, once you get the 1 to go, tighten it up. Half car length between yourself, the car in front of you. The start is on the leader. Everyone else, do not jump the start. Do not pass before the start finish line. You got 8 laps to get it done. Everyone heading to the feature. Race hard. Race clean. Good luck. Those of you out in the audience, again, you saw the post on Facebook and Discord that we are done after this season. Clayton, I'd like to thank you for the conversation this afternoon. We just may not be done yet.
No, we're definitely gonna do our absolute best to keep this phenomenal show rolling, even if it doesn't fall on Fridays or whatever the situation may be. It might not be the same exact, but I don't think as a whole, I don't think Friday Night Lights may be done just yet. Maybe a name change and a little bit different something, but not going to reveal too much. But we definitely are trying our damnedest to, sorry for the language there, but trying our best to make sure that we can have something going.
Yeah, man, you hit the nail on the head, my brother. I actually have a huge smile on my face. So those of you out there in the watching as fans, we're not done yet. Jordan LaFawn off. Jordan LaFawn, Grant Wesley, Scott Schroyer. This is Scott Schroyer's home track. He's from mid-Florida, I believe. Jeffrey Kemper in the 181. Again, he's ran this track all week in the Coast to Coast Racing League, our sister league. None of this would have been possible without their help. Michael Vitale in the 213, veteran driver. I'd like to thank him for his service to the United States Air Force, which I retired from, so near and dear to my heart for sure. As Jordan LaFawn is getting it done in that 11 car up front. 2 Indiana drivers at the front of the field. Florida driver in the 57, that is Scott Scheuer from the Animal Racing Crew. Jeff Kemper in the 181. Michael Vitale, Animal Race, or my apologies, Vitale Motorsports / Outlaw Racing in P number 5. Chase Dino kind of falling off the pace here. Jordan LaFawn getting it done up front, Clayton.
Yeah, that 11 car's on rails right now. He's got the Iceman, Grant Wesley, behind him, too. Grant wants every bit of that track position if he can get it. But that 11 right now, right above the slick, making it work tremendously, coming to 3 to go.
Grant Wesley is your current points leader in that 88, so he's racing more than a heat race win. Grant Wesley battling it out with his teammate. That's Animal Racing running 2 and 3. Scott Scheuer and Grant Wesley with Jeff Kemper in the 181. Michael Vitale in the Outlaw Racing League number 213. The white flag comes out. Jordan LaFawn at the front of the field. Jordan LaFawn coming off of turn 2. He's got 2 more corners to go for the driver out of Indiana. We have an Indiana 1-2. Jordan LaFawn, Grant Wesley, Scott Scheuer, Jeffrey Kemper, and Michael Vitale. I get to claim half that because back in the Depression days, my family moved out to California from Indiana, actually, and so did my wife's, actually. Kurt Schatzer, Cale Smith on the front row, Marfulio, Billy Robertson, row 2, Chris Cox, Michael Vitale Jr. in row number 3, Brandon Wright round out your field of 7 drivers. Leader, 1.5 car length behind the pace truck, please. Everybody else, tighten it up. Half car length between yourself, the car in front of you. The restart is on the leader. Everyone else, do not jump the start. Do not pass before the start finish line. Got 8 laps to get it done. Everyone heading to the feature. Race hard. Race clean. Good luck. Man, you don't know how happy and proud I am to see that 18-car driver out of Pennsylvania. He's been a part of my personal team for coming up on over a year with the Dirt Track Bank and GY6RN on board, man. I got to tell you, I'm going to brag a little bit here for a minute. Kurt Schatzer, Brandon Templeton, and Brian Dickens, those cats have been with me forever. So I'm going to be a little bit biased. 18 car of Kurt Schatzer to the lead. Cale Smith. Oh, Anthony Marfulio. I don't know if I'm allowed to be biased or not, Clayton.
I mean, it's your show, you know? We go with the flow here, but I was just about to compliment on that 18 car. I don't know too much about the Dirt Track Bank besides that they have a really awesome debit card. I mean, anything with a race car on it ups the value 200%, but that Dirt Track Bank car sitting up front right now. I love Kurt, great guy to talk to. I've obviously found some speed in that late model tonight. Seems I see him in that 18 sprint car towards the front the most, but he's definitely proven right now he's got the speed. And huge thank you to Dirt Track Bank as a total for being a part of Friday Night Lights and giving me the opportunity to come in here and put on the admin services for these guys. Thank you to you for letting me up here in the booth. I love my Friday Night Lights now. It's they were good, but they're even better now being up here and seeing it from a whole different perspective.
Yeah, man, Dirt Track Bank has been absolutely fabulous. That's where Got Your Six Racing Network banks. They're out of Malvern, Iowa, actually. So how does a guy from California get to Iowa? It is a total online bank, and the Dirt Track Bank actually finances big haulers for race teams, and they have been 100% totally supportive, and they are on my real race car. So really cool bank. They paid for all the wraps for the Dirt Track Bank team on iRacing, and man, just great people. So all right, Enough of that. Let's go. Let's go racing. Kurt Schatzer at the front of the field. The pace truck is off. Green flag is out. Schatzer with Cale Smith to his outside. Schatzer on the bottom. Man, this track wore out quick. I didn't even notice that, Clayton. That slick is already, holy smokes, it's there. Kurt Schatzer on the bottom. Cale Smith on the high side. It will be Cale Smith off of turn 4. Put the 115 into the lead. Kurt Schatzer falls back to P2. Chris Cox in the 515 will run P3. Driver out of Des Moines, Iowa. Anthony Vitale Jr. getting it done in the 21 car. He is P4. Cale Smith getting it done in the 115. I haven't looked at the points. Let's see. Limited late models. Cale Smith currently 7th in the points. But the 115 car, the CTM driver, is up front. Kurt Schatzer's about to be under attack from the 515. Iowa driver Chris Cox at the front of the field. The top 3 have checked out on lap 6 of 8. Cale Smith, Kurt Schatzer, Chris Cox, Anthony Vitale Jr. into the outside wall. Just caught that out of the corner of my eye. Again, tonight's replay brought to you by none other than the Dirt Track Bank. Into that outside wall and around the 21 goes. That is a sound, Clayton, that I haven't heard in years. My kids are, I don't even know.
Oh yeah, I apologize.
No, don't apologize, not even a little bit. All my kids are in their 30s, and man, I miss those days. Don't apologize even a little bit, man. Thank you for what you do. I know you got the wife at work, and you're here working with us, man, and you got a lot going on. That's greatly appreciated, my brother.
Yeah, it's usually a quick 40-yard dash through the house during cautions to make sure there's not something yanked out of a wall or on fire, thanks to a 1.5-year-old that just does not have a shut-off switch. But hey, I make it work, and that's all that matters.
The pace truck is off. We're back underway. Cale Smith, Kurt Schatzer, Chris Cox. 1, 2, 3. Top 3. We're getting away from the field. We got 2 to go. Cale Smith in the 115. The driver out of South Dakota is on a rail. Kurt Schatzer found some grip. 1 to go. Cale Smith, the CTM driver, takes the white flag. Kurt Schatzer P2. Chris Cox has lost contact with the top 2. Schatzer goes down low. He's going to try to stick it off at turn 4. Can't get it done. Cale Smith, Schatzer, Cox, Brandon Wright, your top 4. Three minutes of warm-up. Ladies and gentlemen, we will be right back with your feature.
Our biggest thing is getting the word out, awareness of Mission 22, the struggle as it is to fight PTSD and suicide. My name is Corey Decker. I'm the state representative for Mission 22. This year's been great. We got a bunch of great guys that have gotten together and decided to create this rally. The word's getting out, and it's turning into quite an event where we can actually help a lot of veterans. It's a great event, but you really have to go and see it for yourself, and it's really one of those things that's an experience. Just going that weekend, we've seen how it changes people.
When people hear a Valhalla project, the first thing they might think of is our shirts. But what most people don't know is that our plaques came first and the t-shirts came second. What some people might not know is that the same shirts that we make day in and day out allowed us to do unbelievable things for unbelievable people. Whether it's donating our proceeds to reduce veteran suicide or gifting handcrafted memorial plaques to the families of fallen heroes, these t-shirts simply stand for honor and freedom, two words that wouldn't exist without our heroes. This makes Till Valhalla Project a place our fallen heroes truly live on forever. When people hear a Till Valhalla.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Cars are still out on the track on warm-ups. Cale Smith at the top of the board in the 115. See Tally out there with his Cale Smith's brother, Bob Lee. Welcome to the show, sir and ma'am. We're getting ready to go feature racing here. Feature to the grid, please. Michael Carter, Jordan LaFawn on the front row. Cale Smith, Brent Carlton in row 2. Wesley Schatzer in 3. Reynolds Scheuer in 4. Cox Shreves in 5. Kemper Wright in 6. Haynes Vitale in 7. Marfulio Berry in 8. Dino and Vitale Jr. in 9. Ingram, father-son in row number 10. Robertson Sick in 11. And David Tormachi, the driver out of Montana, in row number 12. There we go.
Yeah.
All right, leader. 1.5 car length behind the pace truck, please. Everybody else, tighten it up. Half car length between yourself, the car in front of you. Once you get the one to go, restart is on the leader. Everyone else, do not jump the start. Do not pass before the start-finish line. You got 25 laps to get it done. Race hard, or race clean. Good luck. So here we go again. You got Carter, LaFawn, Smith, and Brett Carlton, the top 4. Grant Wesley in the 88, who you can never count out, is rolling off on the inside of row number 3. Michael Carter with a great start. Teammates battling it out. That is Cale Smith down low. He will slide up in front of the 11 car. Jordan LaFawn comes down. Carlton gets into the back of the 11. Up front, Michael Carter, Cale Smith, Jordan LaFawn now gets to the outside. Brett Carlton in the 221 stuck down low. Grant Wesley, you can bet that driver out of Evansville will not let him on the outside line if he can help it. Kurt Schatzer currently in P6. Scott Scheuer in P7. Brett Carlton, he's going by the hard way, Clayton.
Yeah, we unfortunately didn't do our picks. I'm going to have to start setting reminders on my phone or something, but we're seeing the top right now is pretty dominant. Not seeing the bottom. I don't think the bottom will come in either with these late models having to be kind of wound up and momentum dependent. Who knows? I mean, Brett Carlton's one of the best to possibly go down there and prove me wrong right now. Looks like he's running the bottom, middle to the bottom. We'll see if that 221 can gain any ground here on the top 4.
I'm telling you, the top 5 are starting to pull away from everyone else. So Carlton, will he slide up? He's got room right there. The 221 will get to the outside. Put Carlton on the outside with the rest of the front row. Michael Carter leading away in the 15 car. CTM driver Cale Smith in P2. Jordan LaFawn in P3 in the 11 car. Grant Wesley in the 88 in P4. Carlton, Schatzer in P5, 6. Scheuer, Dean Reynolds. That is the first car going down low. Is that 57 of Scheuer. Scheuer on the inside of the 79. Dean Reynolds running that high side. Scheuer, it seems to me, Clayton, like the cars on the bottom side are able to keep up for maybe 1 or 2 laps, and then it kind of goes away.
Yeah, absolutely. We got a caution here coming out of 2, I believe, according to the track map. But, yeah, it's easy to go down there and make one clean lap, but when you got to go down there and make lap after lap after lap, it can become too much, like we're seeing here. And oh, looks like the incident's further up in the field. 66 and the 21. Back that up. See what happens here. Oh, Caden Berry comes up, gives him a bump, and it's all over from there for the 66.
Now I got to tell on myself. I talked to Justin Sick in this 015 super late model this afternoon. We messaged back and forth. That was my pick to win. So I'm going to tell on myself a little bit. Justin, get back in there and do your thing. Up front, Michael Carter still getting it done. So the 15 car won the last show. He's on the point tonight. Doing great things for Randy Carter Painting in that 15 machine. Driver out of Virginia. Leader, close that gap between yourself and the pace truck, please. Just a little bit, sir. We will double it up. We double it up. We're getting ready to go green. Lights are off on the pace truck. CTM front row. Michael Carter, Kel Smith. Indiana second row, oddly enough. Jordan LaFawn and Grant Wesley. Brett Carlton and Kurt Schatzer in row number 3 on lap 8 of 25. Pace truck is off, as is the 15 of Michael Carter. Cale Smith goes with his teammate on the high side. Jordan LaFawn once again dives it down low. Can he make that pay? So far, that has been kind of a death wish going down low. The 11 car, driver out of Indiana, trying to get it done below. Jordan LaFawn had an opening, didn't take it on the high side, Clayton.
Yeah, Jordan kind of trying to make that bottom work right now. It looks like in 1 and 2. Stays at the top in 3 and 4. Smart move. It looks out of his cockpit camera. Looks like there's a little bit more of a line here in 1 and 2. We see Brett Carlton making it work right now. Keeping pace with Jordan. Like I said, though, you got to keep, if you want to run down there, you got to stay smooth, consistent. Stay mistake-free down there for sure, because the second you hit the slick, you're going to wash up and it's over. You don't want to get caught on the bottom too late, you know, if there's not a hole, if they're nose to tail on the outside and start running by you, and you'll fall back quicker than you can spell your own name, and you definitely don't want to do that.
We're on board with Brett Carlton in that 221 as he runs the bottom side. You can see a patch of grip down there, but finding it and getting a good exit seems to be a challenge right now. Michael Carter at the front of the field, getting it done in the 15. Jordan LaFawn goes back down low once again, slides up in front of Cale Smith. LaFawn now setting his sights on the 15 car of Michael Carter on lap 16 of 25. Grant Wesley in the 88 machine. He's back in P5. Scott Scheuer, Kurt Schatzer in the 18. Chris Cox. Man, this field, Clayton, is stacked.
For the lead right now. Jordan's trying to get clear for a slider.
Traffic in the way.
Good move by James there, staying down on the bottom and realizing cars coming up behind him.
Michael Carter, Jordan LaFawn, and Carlton. Carlton has not given up on that. Oh, here we go for the lead. LaFawn down low, Carter up high. Can't quite get it done off the exit of 4. The 11 car and the 15 battling it out. Will LaFawn go down low? Yes, he will once again. No room to slide. He's in the slick, coming off of 4. Little bit closer this time on lap 20 of 25. Carter on the high side, gets up in the loose stuff.
Oh, Carter taps the wall going into 3.
LaFawn, we're going to go 3 wide. LaFawn off of 4. It is still Carter at the line. LaFawn, Brett Carlton, and Michael Carter. Now, look, Carlton pulls up alongside the 11 car. 11 down low. Jordan LaFawn getting the bottom to work. It is LaFawn at the line. On lap 22 of 25. LaFawn, Carlton pulls up alongside the 11 car. Jordan LaFawn cannot leave that bottom open. That 221 is super tough down there. Michael Carter takes the lead back on lap 23 of 25.
Carlton making the bottom work right now. Underneath Jordan LaFawn off of 2. Gonna stay to the bottom. 3 wide.
Coming off of 4, 3 wide. It is Carter at the line. He makes contact. The 2 make contact. Now we're 3 wide. Carlton on the bottom. LaFawn in the middle. It will be LaFawn, the odd man out. Coming off of 4, Michael Carter with 1 to go. Carter, LaFawn, Carlton. Look, LaFawn on the high side. This is going to be the tightest 3 wide we have ever had. Coming off of 4, it is, I don't even know. Carter at the line. LaFawn.
Jordan LaFawn. Jordan LaFawn got him at a .0001.
Top
Jordan
3
LaFawn
start
wins
finish
it.
line, please. Top 3 start finish line. My board is still showing Carlton LaFawn Carter. That's SDK.
Yep, iRace Control right here is reading .0001. LaFawn wins it. Michael Carter second. Michael Carter beat Brett Carlton by .0002.
That is freaking insane. Ladies and gentlemen, you just witnessed Gears Unlimited Friday Night Lights, brought to you by Sanders Racing at its absolute finest. Top 3 start finish line. Got the photo. Don't forget to go up for your interviews, fellas. That was insane. It does not get much better than that, Clayton, and that it speaks to the quality of the drivers that are in Gears Unlimited Friday Night Lights. I have goosebumps right now.
Bring up Brett Carlton for you. I'm sure you can't reach your mouse. You're shaking. Here you go.
Let me get it set up here. We'll get Brett Carlton here momentarily. Brett, this is Joe. You got me?
Yes, sir. How you doing, Joe?
Man, you were just a part of something that was absolutely amazing, man, in that 221. You guys put on the best show of the probably the entire season. How did it feel in that 221, man?
I felt good, once I could get my rhythm going, and I was pretty much dedicated to the bottom there because no one else was running it until the end. So I thought I could just stick with it. The top would slow down enough, and I might have a chance. But gosh, I got to give credit to the other 2 guys, Michael Carter and Jordan. Man, what a heck of a finish! I'm kind of new to the series, so I don't really know some of these guys, but I definitely know who I can trust to race with now.
Yeah, man, that was absolutely fabulous, man. You brought the 221 on the podium. This is week 8. So, man, next week, hopefully you get a win. You punch your ticket to the Dash for Cash, man. Who do you want to thank for that 221 for putting on the best show of the season?
First and foremost, I got to thank my wife. She puts up a lot with me, spending time out here on this deal and just trying to get better. But I got a couple of sponsors that help pay the bills. First and foremost, I want to thank you guys, Get Your Six Racing Network and Gears Unlimited. I also have on my car LTX Custom Homes and Water Experts, LC Property Investments, and Bilstein Shocks.
Man, that's some big names. Where are you from?
I'm from Royal Palm Beach, Florida.
You're from Florida. How far from Volusia?
Well, I'm about 3 hours, but I spent a lot of time on that racetrack in real life. Won a few races there and had a lot of fun, so I'm very familiar with Volusia and probably paid off tonight.
Do you drive a car still in real
No, not
life?
anymore. No, I hung up the hat about 10 years ago when I started raising a family, and so this is my fix now.
All right, man. Great run by that 221. Congratulations for being a part of the best race of the season.
Thank you guys, appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Clayton, you caught up with Michael Carter? Clayton is not in the booth, so we will get with Michael Carter in the 15 car. Michael, this is Joe. You got me?
Yes, sir.
Man, that's what this is all about right there.
That was wild, man.
It does not get any better, man. You guys at the front of the field put on a whale of a show. Man, walk us through those final laps.
I'm sitting there running that top, man, and we was all right there together. And me and Jordan made contact there a little bit coming out of four, and of course, it slowed my momentum down. I thought I was going to lose it. To be honest, I don't even know how I saved it. I was sitting there sawing at the wheel, and I wish I would have had an in car myself. You would have been amazed. But anyways, yeah, got her back together there and got a run off four, and I thought I had enough, but it just it didn't. I didn't have enough. I tried to hold them off there on the bottom, and it didn't work.
Man, I don't think you can say you didn't have enough at 0.0001. I don't think
Well,
that's not enough. I think that's
well, that's
maybe you
point
hit
oh
a
oh one.
maybe you hit a dirt clod in the exit of turn 4. That's all it took, man. So yeah, that 15 car is super hot tonight, man. But the 11 car came up one place better, man. Who do you want to thank on that 15?
Of course, I always got to thank you guys here at Friday Night Lights, Gears Unlimited, Dirt Track Bank. Everybody's a part of this. Really appreciate it. I got to thank my dad, Randy Carter Painting. He's watching. Hey, Pop. CTM Motorsports, Kale Smith, Travis Anderson, Redline Race Designs, and everybody watching. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Don't think I won't watch your onboard camera because I save all these replays and we've given Randy Carter Painting some extra shout outs tonight, man. You should have let me know that earlier in the season. We'd have done that all year. So great run, my brother. You gonna run sprint cars or no?
Nah, I'm done for the night. I'm going to call her quits.
Man, I would have had a heart attack. I'd have been done because I wouldn't have been able to interview after that. Great run, my friend. We'll see you next week.
Thank you, buddy. I'll see you.
Yeah, man. Jordan LaFond in the number 11 car brings it home P1. Jordan, this is Joe. You got me?
Oh my goodness, baby. What's up, Joe?
You know what, man? Very rarely am I speechless. Tonight,
Oh man.
that was absolutely insane, my brother. You guys raced within inches of each other. You showed the quality of racing that we have built in Friday Night Lights, man, and you got it done in that 11 car. I bet Grandma's absolutely beside herself right now, man. How'd you get it done in that 11 car?
Man, to be completely honest with you, Joe, I couldn't tell you. Me and Mike were sitting down in there before you dragged him up, and I was like, dude, I don't even know what the heck I'm gonna say to these people, bro. My heart's racing 1,000 miles an hour. That was a blast. That's all I can really say is I'm glad I finished 0.0001 seconds ahead of him. But I'll be damned, man. That was fun. That was a good race.
It was insane, man. And you know, you've been with us for quite a while, and that's what we have worked for, man. Is finishes like we just saw right there, man. Some of the best on the sim that I don't even care. You can't tell me the World of Outlaws is better, man. You guys put on a whale of a show, and my brother, you guys were running within inches of each other for lap after lap after lap. Brother, you got it done.
Woo!
My man.
Man.
Give me a shout out on that 11 car.
Man, I got to thank my grandma first and foremost. My buddy Preston, I know he was in here in the modified race. I don't know if he stuck around and watched that one. If he didn't, he missed a hell of a show. You, Joe, for everything you do. I know at the end of this season, you're parting ways. Are you
Now,
sure
wait.
you want to do
So
that after tonight, man?
Now, well, wait a minute. Let's stop right there. So Clayton and I are working on something.
Uh-oh.
So we may not quite be done. We got some ideas. It'll be different.
Okay.
We're thinking, and this has not been released. We're thinking a Wild Wednesdays thing going on here.
You just
And-
keep me posted. You ain't got to go into no more details. You just keep me posted on that, man.
We're working something, brother. I
Yep,
can't let this
you
die.
keep me posted.
You can't let it die, man. You guys have built something special, and I got to keep it going.
Man.
All right, finish your shout-outs on that 11.
I got to thank the Dirt Track Bank and everything that you guys do. GY6RN, Clayton, Lawn Crafters Lawn Care, my buddy Drew Blaze over at Blaze Designs for painting these cars up for me. And, yeah. Man, that was a hell of a race, Joe.
Go have a beer, my brother. Congratulations.
I'll see you next Friday, my man.
All right, man. Have a great weekend.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, man. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't get much better than that. That's what these drivers have built over the past year and a half, is action just like you saw on the track. It wasn't long ago we were running with only 15 cars, and now we got 24 of the best that can race on a sim. These guys put on a well of a show. I am just privileged to be a part of what they have going on. Greatly appreciate everyone tuning in. We'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we're not done yet. We got 305 sprint cars. So greatly appreciate everyone sticking with us, and you just saw something special. We'll be right back.
Soldiers, sailors, airmen and women enlist in the armed forces for many reasons, including a sense of duty, patriotism, the adventure, travel, and adrenaline. Many continue their military service because they discover a brother and sisterhood, an identity, a team. When service members are injured or wounded and can no longer perform their military duties, they quickly find themselves removed from their team, no longer serving the purpose for which they trained.
I came back from Afghanistan in 2013, and it was kind of a trial and error of finding out, after the military, what's next in life.
Being forced to leave a military career filled with purpose and pride can be challenging. Some challenges may leave lasting scars. An illness, wound, or injury can make anyone question their worth and sense of belonging after military service.
35 years in the Army, and I needed something to transition into. And so from that transition came an idea, and the idea was this.
Even though a military career may be coming to an end, or already ended, recovery can occur in the most unexpected places with unforeseen opportunities. Recovery, whether physical or mental, has no defined beginning or ending. It may last a lifetime.
For me, one of the biggest surprises that I found out going through it was that it's not like the flu where, you get sick and then you get better. You're never cured. And that's so frustrating. It's so hard to tell someone that. And it's so easy to slip back, and every single time you have to find a new way to fight it, it's a different monster every time you battle it.
This can feel daunting to a warrior who is suddenly forced to leave everything they know, trust, and love, finding themselves at the beginning of an unknown and possibly frightening new journey. Welcome to the world of motorsports.
We're in the right place at the right time in our lives to be able to take these guys that are wounded and put them in front of people that can actually show them that there is a camaraderie, there's a brotherhood within the motorsports industry, that there is potential for career opportunities for them if they have the skill set.
Motorsports offers an opportunity to regain that sense of identity within a safe, fast-paced team environment, providing a renewed sense of purpose. It has many facets, all created by teams working together for success on the track. Like in the military, in motorsports the goal is in accomplishing the mission, winning as a team, collectively celebrating the successes and supporting teammates through the losses. Through motorsport opportunities, Operation Motorsport assists medically transitioning service members and veterans with discovering new ways of achieving a renewed sense of hope, purpose, and pride.
Besides the basic brake changing, oil changing, tire rotation, I've actually learned how to assemble and disassemble some engine parts, change some axles, do some alignments and stuff. So give it a try. You never know. This was nothing that I expected. I did not expect to be fully suited, jumping over a wall while cars are going 100 and something miles an hour.
From motors to media, tires to tickets, and hot laps to hospitality. Operation Motorsport provides beneficiaries the chance to become immersed within professional motorsports and provides them with the opportunity to find out firsthand what captivates their imagination and interest. These opportunities provide an avenue of discovery within the motorsports immersion or diversionary therapy programs, all within the Excite, Engage, and Empower recovery programs. Operation Motorsport also offers virtual engagements and recovery opportunities through an iRacing league, engaging beneficiaries in a safe, competitive environment from the comfort and safety of their home. Meeting other like-minded people, service members and veterans on the virtual racetrack, opening the doors to Motorsport Academy programs that prepare beneficiaries for their first encounters at the racetrack, and possibly leading to a day when they can get behind the wheel.
A team environment's a perfect place for people like us to kind of get back into some kind of normalcy when you go through a lot when you get medically discharged. And it kind of sucks and you put through the ringer, but I feel like what Operation Motorsport's doing is just something that's just really valuable.
Operation Motorsport prides itself in keeping beneficiaries engaged after the race weekend, throughout their recovery and beyond, through our recovery programs, or as a member of the 22 pit crew. No matter the background or story, Operation Motorsport is always there to listen, provide a safe and comfortable space, and a trusted circle of confidence that is open and honest about what difficulties may lie ahead for those transitioning out of a military career. Operation Motorsport believes in the power of team, identity, and purpose.
Mission 22 was founded on the timeless principle that America's warriors are equally valuable overseas as they are within our borders. We are unwaveringly committed to the journey back home and understand the barriers our heroes face when making the often arduous and taken for granted transition home. Trauma is an opportunity. While bleeding, hidden pains of the past can never be removed. We can transform them into something brand new and beautiful. We can grow through trauma to become our community's cornerstone, the safest neighbor on the block, the strongest leader in the office, the most caring volunteer at the elementary school. The Recovery and Resiliency Program is a year-long, and it uses everything from cutting-edge biometric tools to science-backed supplements. This is a catalyst to take the deep scars suffered for our nation's sake and turn them into opportunities to direct our God-given purpose and energies as protectors toward a refreshed and meaningful life. By committing to this year-long program, you will be happier, stronger, and wiser. Your PTS and/or TBI may not leave you, but you will be more comfortable in your own skin, and your suffering will begin to have meaning. Our goal is to give warriors one thing, the truth. Let's take responsibility for our healing.
When people hear Till Valhalla Project, the first thing they might think of is our shirts. But what most people don't know is that our plaques came first and the t-shirts came second. What some people might not know is that the same shirts that we make day in and day out allowed us to do unbelievable things for unbelievable people. Whether it's donating our proceeds to reduce veteran suicide or gifting handcrafted memorial plaques to the families of fallen heroes, these t-shirts simply stand for honor and freedom, two words that wouldn't exist without our heroes. This makes Till Valhalla Project a place where fallen heroes truly live on forever.
They say it's a matter of time, 1,000 days and the sun won't shine before I come back to you. For your love I will go far, I wanna be wherever you are. I know I'm coming back for you.
Brother, it's good to see you.
My love is a river long, the best ride in a million wrongs. I know I'm coming back to you. And I'm happy, nothing's going to stop me. And I'm happy, nothing's going to stop me. I'm making my way home, I'm making my way.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are back with the nightcap, the 305 sprint cars out on track. We're getting called to drivers off the track and get the drivers meeting underway. All drivers clear the track. All drivers clear the track, please. All right, gentlemen, welcome to the nightcap, A&J Custom Creations 305 sprint cars. We'll go over some quick rules here. If you finish in a podium position and you don't show up for the picture or the interview, you'll get an EOL. Bring out 2 cautions in any race. You will be DQ'd for the night in that division. Intentional contact is absolutely never acceptable. It will lead to a suspension for sure. We do have a protest process. If you think you were done wrong, we didn't catch it, please send me a message in Discord. We'll look at it. And if a penalty is warranted, we'll oppose it next week. Call-outs are never acceptable, be it staff here at Friday Night Lights or another driver. If you're calling out somebody and we find out about it, you're looking at a suspension for sure. Blinking, first time you'll get a warning, second time you'll get an EOL, third time you will be asked to park it for the night. Incidents count against your overall points for the night, so keep it clean. Once a caution comes out, the field is frozen. You're not going to improve your position by staying on the throttle. Back off the throttle and slow down, as once the caution comes out, the field is frozen. All restarts are on the leader. We have changed that a couple of weeks ago, and it worked out very well. With that, any questions, comments, or concerns, now would be the time. All right, drivers, none heard. We're getting ready to advance to qualifying, and I wish you all the best of luck. All right, Clayton, here we go. 305 sprint cars. So total different discipline than the two cars that we've seen previously, but hoping for the same outcome. What are you looking for in the 305 sprint cars?
Man, I think I'm going to go with track position. I think it's going to be number one here. Keep these cars wound up. Keep them up top. Maybe a couple sliders. Might be able to make that work. But I just really think the closer you are to the front, the better off you're going to be. I don't see any hard chargers in this one. But you never know with this field of drivers. We might all be proven wrong here tonight.
Yeah, out on track is another one of my teammates, Doyle Lawrence from Raven Graphics in the Dirt Track Bank number 3. He doesn't show up very often. He is a first responder, so he works in emergency room, so he doesn't have much time, but he is out on track. Randy Shreves in the 56 is with us. James Ingram is with us in the 40 machine. Joseph Grandy in the 518, top of the board, 14.911 for Grandy. Kurt Schatzer in P2. Scott Scheuer, 7th quick. Get my board set here. Scott Scheuer, 2nd quick, 15.103 for the 57. Michael Vitale in the 213, shutting it down, 12th quick, 15.130. Caden Berry in the 12 car out on track. The youngster out of New Hampshire drives a wing sprint car in real life. Youngest sprint car driver on the East Coast. Getting it done. 16th quick, 15.591 on his first lap. David Tormachi, the driver out of Montana, 15 quick, 15.463 for Tormachi. Caden Berry moves up, 14.915, 4th quick for the 12 car. 66 driver out of Canada, that is Jason Haynes in the 66. Takes the clock right there. Jeffrey Kemper in the 181, 15th quick, 15.191. The driver out of Oregon. The 22 car, Brandon Wright, is 16th quick, 15.288. James Ingram in the 40 car out on track, 15.378. Kurt good enough for 18th quick. Boy, we got through qualifying super quick. The only one we're waiting on is Andrew Haley. Jason Hines moves up the board. 8th quick for the 66, 15.023. Matt Grimm, Brian Dickens, Joseph Grandy, Caden Berry, Kurt Schatzer, your top 5. Andrew Haley in the 43. We haven't seen the 43 come out on track, and if he's not out on track, he's not going to make it. We got 20 cars in the field tonight, 19 if you don't count Haley. Heat 1 to the grid, please. Matt Grimm on the front row with Joseph Grandy to his outside. Schatzer, Shreves in row 2. Cox Burks in 3. Scheuer, Vitale in 4. Wright and Tormachi in row number 5. All right, leader, you know the drill. 1 to 1.5 car length behind the pace truck, please. Everybody else, once you get the one to go, tighten it up. Half car length between yourself and the car in front of you. The start is on the leader. Everyone else, do not jump the start. Do not pass before the start-finish line. Got 8 laps to get it done. Everyone heading to the feature. Congratulations to the 91 car of Matt Grimm with the Chatham Motorsports Quick Time Award. Race hard, race clean. Good luck. So Matt Grimm, a part of YOB Racing, as is the 12 car. That team is really starting to come on as of late. We have 8 laps. Grimm, Joseph, Schatzer in the 18. Randy Shreves to his outside. The field is stacked. We're getting ready to go green. 91 car of Matt Grimm will start the show. Green flag is out. We are underway. 91 of Grimm on the bottom side. Joseph Grandy in the 518. Holy smokes, Grimm breaks away from the field. Joseph Grandy falls in line P2. Randy Shreves in P3. Kurt Schatzer in P4. Dylan Burks, we thought about 3 wide there for a brief moment. Is Schatzer down low? Burks up high. Schatzer gets to the high line. Good run by the 2 car of Dylan Burks off of turn number 2. Side by side with Schatzer. Now up front, Randy Shreves looking at the 518. Schatzer wants to get underneath Grandy for P2. Schatzer down low. Grandy up high. It will be Schatzer off of 4. Grandy all over the tail tank of the 56. Schatzer moves up to 4th. Dylan Burks falls back to 5th. Michael Vitale in the 213. He's up 2 in P6. Wyobi Racing at the front of the field. The 91 of Matt Grimm getting it done. Driver out of Ohio. Randy Shreves. Grandy got a good run off of 2. He pulls up even with the 56 on lap 6 of 8. Kurt Schatzer riding back in P4. Dylan Burks getting it done in the 02. He's working the bottom side. Looks like Grandy got into that inside wall, Clayton.
Yeah, you got to be careful running down there. Open wheel like this, man, you bump that left front, it's going to snap every bit of suspension in the left front, and it'll ruin your heat race or your feature very, very quick, and possibly somebody else's if it shoots up off the wall. Obviously, we know any kind of racing, all the momentum is always going towards that outside wall, so any kind of mistake, and you could possibly be the cause of a pretty serious incident.
Matt Graham off of 4 for the heat win, followed by Shreves, Grandy, Schatzer, Burks, and Vitale, your top 6. Heat 2 to the grid. Heat 2 to the grid, please. Brian Dickens, Caden Berry on the front row. Anthony Marfulio, Jason Haynes in row 2. Dean Reynolds, Doyle Lawrence in 3. Donald Ingram, Jeff Kemper in 4. James Ingram and Andrew Hardley in row number 5. All right, leader, you know the drill. 1.5 car length behind the pace truck, please. Everybody else, once you get the 1 to go, tighten it up. Half car length between yourself, the car in front of you. Start is on the leader. Everyone else, do not jump the start. Do not pass before the start finish line. Got 8 laps to get it done. Everyone heading to the feature. Race hard. Race clean. Good luck. Brian Dickens, another one of my teammates. He's not typically a sprint car guy, but he has been practicing like nobody's business in that 122 car. More of a 360 sprint car guy. Doyle Lawrence, another dirt track bank car in the field. Got to give them a shout out. As always, I appreciate them running with me for the past year and a half. Pace truck is off. We are underway. It's Dickens with Caden Berry to his outside. Berry doesn't get a good start. Anthony Marfulio slides up underneath the 12 car. Caden Berry fighting back on the bottom side. Berry to the rear tail tank of the 122 of Brian Dickens. It is Dickens, Berry, Marfulio, Haynes, your top 4. Dean Reynolds in the 79 car. He's battling it out with the 3 car of Doyle Lawrence. Berry with a great run. He's on the bottom of 4, comes off below Dickens. Dickens trying to get back down to the bottom. Dickens running the middle, Berry running the bottom. Dickens gets a good run off of 2. Now Anthony Marfulio. These 2 New Hampshire drivers going at it. That's the 238 and the 12 car as Canadian driver Jason Haynes gets by on the outside. Dickens slides up high. Berry stays down low. Berry buries the nose into turn 1 and 2. Can he make the pass on Dickens this time by? Dickens on the high side. It will be Caden Berry at the line on lap 6 of 8. Berry, Dickens, Haynes, Marfulio, Dean Reynolds, your top 5. Brian Dickens on the outside. Go ahead.
Top 4 2x2 right there at the line. These guys are fighting for every single position they can get. Caden Berry leading the charge right now. But man, those top 4 definitely do not want to separate, all within a tenth of each other.
1 lap to go. Barry leading Brian Dickens, followed by Haynes and Marv Julio. Caden Barry got a couple of corners left to go. Coming off a turn 4, the youngster out of New Hampshire will take the win, followed by Dickens, Marv Julio, and Jason Haynes. Great heat race. Three minutes of warm-up. Ladies and gentlemen, we will be right back.
Our biggest thing is getting the word out, awareness of Mission 22, the struggle as it is to fight PTSD and suicide. My name is Corey Decker. I'm the state representative for Mission 22. This year's been great. We got a bunch of great guys that have gotten together and decided to create this rally. The word's getting out, and it's turned into quite an event where we can actually help a lot of veterans. It's a great event, but you really have to go and see it for yourself, and it's really one of those things that's an experience. Just going that weekend, we've seen how it changes people.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting ready for your 30-lap feature. Joseph Grandy at the top of the board in warm-ups. Feature to the grid, please. These drivers will have 30 laps to get it done. Let's get the show underway. Matt Graham, Caden Barry on the front row, Randy Shreves, Dickens in row 2, Grandy Marfulio in row number 3. Kurt Schatzer and Jason Hines in row number 4. Dylan Burks, Dean Reynolds in 5. Vitaly Lawrence in 6. Scheuer Harley in 7. Cox Ingram in 8. Wright Kemper in 9. David Tormachi and James Ingram round out your field. All right, leader, 1.5 car length behind the pace truck. Please, everybody else, once you get the one to go, tighten it up. Half car length between yourself, the car in front of you. Start is on the leader. Everyone else, do not jump the start. Do not pass before the start-finish line. Got 30 laps to get it done. Good luck.
Joe, who you got?
You know what, man? I like Matt Grimm. He's on the pole. I know that's... You know what? No, I'm going with the 122 of Brian Dickens on the outside of row number 2. That's my pick.
Well, real quick, shout out to that 12 car. I'm going to go with Caden Barry, but I had a conversation with that young man after the late model race. If his parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, whoever's out there on the broadcast, I just want you to know that you have raised that gentleman kid. I don't know his age. I know he's young, but you have
16
raised one
years
hell
old.
of a young. You have raised one hell of a young man. That kid is full of respect, manners. Yes sir, no sir. Awesome kid to talk to. I'm definitely a Caden Berry fan, and as I hear he's a fan of me after we were talking. I'm pulling for that 12 car, but what a kid. Great
There
kid
you
to
go.
talk to.
You're picking the 12. I'm picking the 122. Here we go. We got 30 laps to get it done. 305 Sprint Cars brought to you by A&J Custom Creations. Green flag is out. Matt Grimm with a great start. Randy Shreves pulls up to the inside of that 12 car. Shreves on the bottom side. Caden Berry on the top side. They are side by side. So after the leader, we go 2 by 2. Randy Shreves pulls up into second place. Now Berry gets into the inside wall. The 12 car brushes the inside wall. That will move Berry back to third. Now he's under attack from the 518 of Joseph Grandy. Anthony Marfulio battling it out with Brian Dickens. That is the 122 on the inside in the black and pink car. Kurt Schatzer and Jason Hines battling it out. As the caution comes out, Dean Reynolds involved. Dean Reynolds in the purple car right underneath the camera here, running outside of Michael Vitale with Doyle Lawrence in the 3 car right behind him. Let's take a look. Yikes, that's close. That's why Clayton gets the big dollars. We'll let him make that call. Matt Grimm still at the front of the field.
Yeah, 3 car just continuously coming up. Makes the initial contact onto that 79 3 car here of, I believe that's Doyle, is going to go to the back.
But we did make it past lap 2.
That we did. Good to see. Hopefully it's our last one. I want to see what these guys got. Let them race for sure.
Grimm, Shreves, Berry, Grandy, Dickens, your top 5. Marfulio, Schatzer, Haynes, Burks, and Vitale round out your top 10. Leader, close up on the pace truck a little bit, please, sir. Getting ready to go green next time by. Driver out Ohio, Matt Grimm, YLB Racing at the front of the field. Randy Shreves, LGR car in P2. Another YLB driver, the 12 car of Caden Berry in P3. Pace truck will exit this time by on lap 3 of 30. Pace truck is off. We are back underway. Joseph Grandy gets a good run on that outside. Brian Dickens in the 122 down low. Grandy got a great run in the 518. He thought about sliding up in front of Berry. Can't quite do it. Thought better of it. Good move on his part. Now he slides up there. Berry with the crossover in the 12 car. On the backstretch, Berry will go down low. Will we see a slide job? Slide is coming. Matt Grimm at the front of the field. Joseph Grandy pulls back up to the rear tail tank of the 12 car. Side by side behind them, Brian Dickens in the 122 battling it out with Marfulio. Meanwhile, up front, Matt Grimm checking out on the field a little bit with Randy Shreves. Those two nose to tail. Joseph Grandy in P3. Caden Berry, P4. Anthony Marfulio, he's running the bottom in that 238 car, the New Hampshire driver. On the bottom of the 12 car of Caden Berry. They're going to battle it out. Clayton, I expect that 238 to stay down low most of the race.
Yeah, Anthony Marfulio. Oh, Chris Cox gets into the wall, causes a little bit of a stack up, staying green. But yeah, back on that 238. One of the best to run down low. Saw him doing it all night long, really. He's been down there in all three classes. Kind of running right now, 6, so running where he started. But I think that 238 might know something. Man, that top just looks so dominant right now. I don't know. Still
Grandy
early,
goes
though.
down. Third place went down low in 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. Kurt Schatzer, Caden Berry as the caution comes out. Brandon Wright involved. Let's take a look.
Oh, just caught the inside tire. Disconnects there. Left front's broken. No more Brandon Wright, as he calls it a night.
Oh, that's a hard hit.
Could you imagine that one in person?
No, not even a little bit.
I've seen those grandstands right there out of 2. 2 sprint cars made contact. Actually got up on the bike, as they call it. Got up in the air, cleared the fence, and landed into the grandstands. So bad they red flagged for quite a few hours. I don't think we were pulling out of Volusia Motor Speedway that night until about 2 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, this
fast
definitely
track.
not. Yeah, very fast and very, very dangerous. I've seen some outside tire contact into the outside wall on the backstretch. It is no easy track to get around. That's for sure. This place has got some crazy ones. I'll have to send you some links throughout the years going and being there. It's definitely some crazy stuff's gone down.
Matt Graham at the front of the field, followed by Shreves, Grandy, Barry, and Haynes. Your top 5. Pace truck will exit this time by, leaving the field to the Ohio driver, the 91 of Matt Grimm out of the Wyobe stables. Shreves in P2. Caden Barry gets a jump on the field. Gets underneath the 518. Can he make it stick? Yes, he will. 12 car to P3. Put Barry not so quick as
Not
Joseph
so fast.
Grandy battled back. Got a good run off the bottom of turn 4. Slides up in front of Barry. Will we see the slide job once again on lap 13 of 30? Barry running a slider. Grandy running a cut down line. It will be Grandy as he opens up a little bit of gap. I'm not sure what happened to the 12 car. It looks like he lost a little bit of momentum that time by. Grandy stays down low. Andrew Haley, Brian Dickens in the field. We are 3 wide in the back. Jeffrey Kemper and the 10 car of Donald Ingram battling it out. 2x2 back here. We're about 2x2 throughout the whole field. Now Kurt Schatzer in the 18 takes a peek underneath Caden Barry. Schatzer running the middle here in a 305 sprint car. Matt Graham. Go ahead.
How about the 43 of Andrew Harley starting 14th here, it looks like, all the way up to 8th, just silently making his way through the field. Kind of got a block of good cars in front of him. Not sure what more he can do, but definitely picked up some spots here for that 43 car.
Yeah, up 6 from his start, battling it out with Brian Dickens, who has fallen back 5. Doyle Lawrence involved in an incident. Let's take a look.
Oh, inside wall to Doyle. He's going to disconnect as well, calling it a night.
Oh, yeah, he gets into that inside wall, slides up to the outside, collects Chris Cox, runs over that right rear. Matt Grimm has pretty much, he has led from flag to flag so far. He's got Randy Shreves in the 56 car behind him. We are over halfway home. If anybody can get this done, it is that 56 of Randy Shreves, 2-time Gears Unlimited Friday Night Lights champion in the sprint cars. I haven't looked at the points tonight in the sprint cars. Let's take a quick peek. Caden Barry at the top of the board in points, followed by Randy Shreves and Matt Grimm. Chris Cox is 4th in the points. So You got some heavy hitters at the front of the field, Clayton, for sure.
Yeah, Randy, right now, if the race were to end, Randy's going to close that gap on Caden Berry, so Caden's got to find some speed here the last 12 laps, see if he can at least get around the 56 to cushion his lead a little bit more for the points.
Green flag is out. Matt Grimm. Great restart by Grimm. Berry on the restart dives down low, gets underneath the 518. Berry pulling up to the rear tail tank of the 56. Berry running a kind of a slider line. Didn't have room to slide all the way out. Now Randy Shreves blocks that line in the 56. Brian Dickens involved in an incident. Let's take a look. 122 goes way outside. 43 slides up and gets into the 122 of Dickens.
Brand new to the league, and he's already immediately taken ownership over incidents like that. My heart and respect will always go out to drivers like that. Thank you very much, Andrew Harley. All the way up to 9th place before that incident. We'll see what he can do.
Lap 21 to 30, so we're running out of laps quick. Matt Grimm, Randy Shreves, Barry, Grandy, and Haynes, your top 4. Guess that'd be your top 5. Matt Grimm, the YLB driver, currently in P1. Caden Berry, the YLB driver in the 12 car, is P3. So good night so far by our friends from down under in the YLB team drivers here at Volusia. We will go green next time by. Pace truck will exit. Matt Grimm will start us with Randy Shreves behind him. Pace truck is off, as is the driver out of Ohio, Matt Grimm in the 91 at the front of the field. Good restart by Grimm. Barry tries to get underneath the 56 car of Randy Shreves, looking for a YLB 1-2. Barry makes a way, gets underneath the 56 of Shreves. Put Barry in P2. Can he catch his teammate? Randy Shreves in P3, 518 of Joseph Grandy in P4. Grandy ducks down, blocks off the 18 of Kurt Schatzer. Schatzer has Haynes in the 66 behind him. On lap 23 of 30. Will Shreves battle back? Shreves running the bottom. Barry running the extreme high side as the 91 breaks away from the pack.
Slider from the bottom to the top in 1 and 2, and a cut down from the top to the bottom in 3 and 4. Matt Grimm is running a pretty confusing line for the guys behind. Hard to find if he's faster and where when you're doing stuff like that, but definitely keeping that 91 wound up and up front.
Yes, he is. Caden Berry in P2, back under attack. Randy Shreves wants that position back. We got a battle by some of your top points leaders in the division. It is Shreves at the line. Berry goes up high. 56 of Shreves down low. Joseph Grandy on the outside, just waiting for a mistake to be made. Coming off a 4 at the line, it will be Berry with Shreves right behind him on lap 27 of 30. Again, Matt Grimm running a heck of a race. Cut down, cuts right in front of his teammate Caden Berry. Shreves dives it down low in 1 and 2. Might have touched the inside fence. Will that open the door for the 518? Gets into the outside wall. caution comes out. Holy smokes, I thought that might be enough for Grandy to get by. Shreves got into the wall. Grandy takes a peek on the outside, hits the opening. Ah, bam, 518 around. Schatzer is able to get by. Collects the 66, the 79. All right, so here we go. We're getting down there, Clayton.
3-lap shootout. Matt Grimm was falling off a little bit there. Once second place kind of got secured there for Caden Berry. Caden and Randy Shreve started reeling in Matt Grimm. Matt definitely did not want to see that caution because now this puts them right at your rear bumper. Matt's going to have to probably think something through here and see if he can't find a fast line because Caden Berry and Randy Shreve definitely were faster that last green flag run.
Yeah, the Wyobe boys 1-2 with Randy Shreves in P3. Kurt Schatzer, Hammer Down Racing in P4. Schatzer wants a podium. Jason Haynes wants a podium. Marjulio. Everybody wants a podium, but there's only 3 of them to go around.
Yeah, and those top 3 guys right now definitely do not want to share. So that 18 of Kurt Schatzer and on back are going to have a challenge if they want to secure themselves a top 3 finish here.
We will go green this time by on lap 28 of 30. Grimm takes the field way up high. Everyone follows him. Green flag is out. We are back underway. Randy Shreve steps out of line. Barry goes down to block. Barry on the bottom. Shreves on the bottom. Kurt Schatzer on the high side. Shreves with a good run off of turn 2. Can he make the bottom work? Coming off of 4. At the line with 1 to go, it's Shreves. Shreves and Caden Berry battling it out. Schatzer now down low. Will Kurt Schatzer be able to get by the youngster? Coming into turn 3, Schatzer down low, pulls in front of Barry. Coming to the line, it'll be Schatzer, Grimm, Schatzer. Grimm, Shreve, Schatzer. Top 3 start finish line. Another great finish here at Volusia. Caden Berry comes up 1 spot short of a podium. Wow.
Another good finish.
Oh, indeed. Indeed. We'll get a podium shot here. All right, fellas, don't forget to go up for your interviews, please. We'll get a word with your top 3. Clayton wants Kurt Schatzer comes in. If you can grab that 18 car, greatly appreciated as I set up the replay here.
Kurt, this is Clayton in the booth. You got me?
Yeah, I hear you, Clayton.
Man, 7th to 3rd for you there. We saw Caden Berry kind of catch the slick a little bit, and that 18 car definitely dug those last couple laps trying to get around him. You got him for 3rd at the line, man. What did it take going from 7th to 3rd in that 18 car tonight?
Keeping patience, keeping smooth, just trying to be there for the end. I really like when the track gets slick and feel it come to me in the 305s.
Yeah, I was actually talking to your teammate there, Mr. Joe, during the break, saying, I always see Kurt towards the front once we get to a sprint car feature, and man, you lived up to it tonight for sure. Congratulations on a 3rd place finish. Who do you got to thank?
Well, you mentioned him there, Joe, for reaching out there and finding me and putting me on the team here and putting me in the league and turning me on to all of this here. I got to give a special shout out to him. Appreciate everything he does for the league and everything he does for the team. And then second, I got to thank Dirt Track Bank for coming on and sponsoring the team and the league and everything they do. And then our team, Hammer Down Racing, Brandon Templeton, Brian Dickens, and then Joe there, and you in the broadcast and everybody that makes the league go around.
Absolutely, man. Well, it's well-deserved podium for you tonight. Claude fought hard. Congratulations on it, man. We hope to be talking to you again next Friday.
Thank you.
Randy Shreves in the 56 car. He rolls off P3, brings it home P2. Randy, this is Joe. You got me?
I got you, buddy.
Man, that looked like a lot of fun. It looks like looking at the points here real quick, it looks like you're going to gain maybe a couple points on Caden Berry, who is currently the points leader. Man, how was it on the track in that 56?
Oh man, it was a slick one, and there's just so many places you can run at this track. So I was just searching everywhere to try to find the fastest line, and then right there at that last restart, I found a little something I wish I would have found earlier. But yeah, it was a tough race trying to catch Matt there. He's always quick, and Caden there, he gave me a run for my money, and then Kurt, he came out of nowhere, and yeah, it was just a good race all around.
Yeah, man, it was a great night of racing all the way around, as you said, man. Who do you want to thank on that 56 for your? I'm looking at the points again. So you're at 437. Barry is at 452. We got quite a few weeks left. So if you're going to three-peat, my brother, you need to step on that pedal on the right there. You got to get it done for your three-peat. Who do you want to thank in that 56 for a podium finish?
Yeah, that three-peat's definitely a goal. But yeah, I definitely want to give a shout out to you and Clayton for sure. You guys do an awesome job with this league, and I thank my team, LGR Motorsports, ABR Setup Shop, Redline Race Design, One Wish Foundation, Wraps and Stitches, KSB Builders, Finish Line Repair. You again for the broadcast and everything you do, and everybody for watching.
Yeah, man, great race. I wish you a great weekend.
Thanks, Joe.
Yeah, man.
Bring up Matt Grimm here. Matt, it's Clayton in the booth. You got me?
Yeah, I got you, Clayton.
Man, gridded up front, led all 30 there. That last green flag run before the caution. Saw your teammate and Randy Shreves sort of gaining on you, but man, saw some very interesting lines. Slider in 1 and 2, cut down in 3 and 4. It seemed you were able to put that 91 anywhere you wanted to tonight and find speed, man. How'd you get it done up front?
Yeah, Volusia's normally hit and miss for me, and I don't run here a lot in the 305, so I was just kind of playing with things, and I got some advice from the boss man before the race, and turns out he knows what he's talking about. So just kind of tried holding it straight as I could anyway, and I wanted to run that cut down line in 3 and 4 a little more, but it started to get a little close with them running a different line, and I wasn't going to risk it.
Yeah, you definitely showed some dominance tonight, man. Who do you got to thank on that 91 car?
Got to thank all the guys at YOB, especially Sean Stevens and Caden Berry for coming out and running this with me, and all the guys over at Speed Factory, Catalysm Computers, CNC Race Designs, LCJ Carpentry, and Stingray's Rock Tools Australia.
Well, congratulations on a dominant win, man. Hopefully we're talking to you again next Friday.
Sounds good. Hopefully this keeps us up there in the points.
Oh yeah, I'm sure there'll be a couple YOB guys chasing a championship by the end of the year.
That's the goal.
All right, man. Enjoy your weekend.
Thanks, man. You too.
All right, Clayton, what a great night at Volusia. Man, the racing was absolutely outstanding. Do you have any last thoughts on the night?
Oh yeah, definitely best race of the year so far. These guys, I was kind of surprised. I thought, they say speed kills sometimes. I thought we were going to see a couple virtually killed race cars and maybe a couple virtual little iRace drivers there concussed or something. But these guys, man, they kept it on all fours all night long. Tough battles. That late model finish. I don't think I won't be able to hold in telling my buddies at work about it. I'm always telling them about broadcasts and any of the endurance races I do. They're always asking how they go, and we love to shoot the breeze about this stuff. So can't wait to bring that one up. That was a great finish. All around, just great racing. I mean, I watched battles for 12th that looked like they were fighting for the lead and ran so clean. So definitely a great night. Hopefully this keeps up.
Yeah, man. Agreed. And as always, man, thank you for your service to our country in the Navy. Those of you who don't know, Clayton is active duty Navy and does this on the side. So greatly appreciated, my brother. Thank you for joining me in the booth. What a night we had, man. And man, I wish you a great weekend.
Yes, sir. You as well. Thank you for all your years of service as well. Couldn't do it. You know, nobody better I'd rather relieve than one of the best that I know. So definitely thank you for your service and everything you've allowed me to come over here and join in and be a part of. I love my Friday nights.
Yeah, man, it's been great fun. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, we will close for the night. We'll be back on the air once again Tuesday night with the Outlaw Racing guys. So until then, I wish you all a great weekend, and we'll see you.
History repeats itself. History is always happening over and over again. So one of the ways to stop a theme, one of the ways to stop something from reoccurring is to first of all admit it. It didn't take long for us to quickly realize that there was power behind Mission 22, power behind its brand, power behind its message, and power behind its people that represented it.
All right, my friends, day 19 of 22, the 22-day push-up challenge. Day 19 means 418 men and women have possibly committed suicide in the last 19 days. I went and looked up my ship, the USS Rushmore. More people who have killed themselves by now than ever served on our ship at one time in just 19 days.
19, 20, 21. One more. Y'all ready for the last one?
Mission 22 has become a decentralized nationwide effort to show love, to raise money, to be available for other warriors, to be able to be a point of contact, to let the warriors know, but also for warriors to let other warriors know that there is a community. You're not alone. This isn't happening in silence. You're not forgotten. You know, we brought 4 veterans from all different parts of the United States and brought them together to hike through the state of Oregon.
May God bless you on your journey. Thank you for serving our country and for being willing to go on this walk. I'm praying you feel peace and strength with each mile.
You know, on this hike, some folks found God, some folks remained sober, some folks lost a significant amount of weight to be able to participate. And not so much just a healing walk for us as warriors, but for us to contribute to other people's healing. You know, this hike, we raised $12,000 for endobiogeny. Some of the folks on this hike, you know, they're going to be volunteers for this treatment. And I couldn't be more pleased and more proud because it was difficult. We had a lot of struggles. Not everything on this hike went pretty, you know, but we put some skin in the game. At the end of the day, we were able to raise money and we'll be able to use that money so guys can get the treatment that they need. The War at Home Monument is an example of our social impact, of our awareness, of our permanent fixture to do the work that we can't always do, to always remind us of what we've lost and what we will lose if we don't reconcile it. What we've done is taken 20 different veterans with their families' permission and used them as a silhouette to cut out of a 3,000-pound plate of steel. These warriors are placed in a V, and this is to show the size of the problem. This is to show the empty space they leave behind. And it's also to be a constant reminder of what happens when we don't listen to the stories of the warriors that fought in our name. Because it's not okay. It's not okay that everyone didn't know about veteran suicide. It's not okay that these things were a secret or left unsaid, or that it was shameful. It's not okay that it's shameful to suffer alone and suffer in silence, because if you ask for help, that you're no longer a warrior, that you're weak.
Yeah. So I come back and I thought everybody else changed. So I pushed my family away. And it took a long time to really realize it because I didn't want to look internally. You know, I got my Class A CDL and hit the road. I was on the road for about 8 years trucking. And this makes me think about how insignificant all of the major things going on are. I mean, what, 1 million years ago, that blew up. And, you know, over time became this.
Whether it's hiking mountains or building monuments, it takes a community to heal a warrior. Warriors didn't get damaged and didn't become separated from the sunlight of the spirit on their own. It happened in the name of this nation. We can change the way we think about war, how we think about warriors, how we think about ourselves, and what we think we're going to do in the American community. We can do it now. We can do it here. And there's going to be another generation of warriors coming. We can set the tone to create a culture that grabs them up and loves them and smothers them in resources, in opportunity right now.